I did it again. I guess I disabled the music. That's the second time I've done that now. Mm. Oh, there it goes. Have you been able to hear me at all, or was it muted the whole time? Uh-oh. It looks like it's back now. I don't know what that was. I unplugged it and plugged it back in and it fixed it. We were muted the whole time? Oh no. That's crazy because also my music apparently wasn't going during the starting soon screen. Oh no. What a way to start. But we're here. We're ranking vegetables today. We're ranking a lot of things today. We're gonna start with vegetables, I think. Well, yes, we decided that. Also, oh my gosh, redeems work? That's insane. It shouldn't have shown all that. That was bizarre. But I didn't change the settings for that one. I set up a bunch of redeems today. That one I didn't mess with too much. But that was the first one we added. I added those. I added the Japanese only things. I had some song recommendations. I added different sound effects. I'm excited for redeems. These are going to be so much fun. That's awesome. Remind me to say I'll tell you the Japanese word of the day now because you redeemed it, and I won't make you wait like that. But when more people come, remind me to tell them to, or I'll probably bring it up again. Um, but today's Japanese word of the day, the first Japanese word of the day ever for the history of our channel, is one I've been sitting on for a while. This is my favorite word in any language ever. And that word, and I'm going to have you guess what this means too. The Japanese word is upa-rupa. Upa-rupa. I'll give you a chance to guess what that means. You'll get one guess. One guess. I don't expect you to get it. Jesus. No, that would be cool. What are these? These are like the most random things. I have not looked up any of those. Oh my gosh, thank you for the subscription. I forgot. I forgot that was the notification sound for that. Oh my gosh. Ads. Can you still hear me when there are ads? Is that a thing? Can you not hear me doing ads? Probably not. Oh no. Here, I'll tell you. I'll wait for you. Okay. I'll let him know that I'll wait. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, no, I'm not signed in. That's backup chat. I'm not signed in on backup chat. Here, let me drop a message over here. Oh my gosh. Welcome, Old Man Rushi. Thank you so much for the subscription. I bought the sub and it threw me into an ad. Wait, really? Oh no. Um, so if you just joined, I'll tell you, S- Skunk redeemed the Japanese word of the day, and so today's Japanese word of the day is upa-rupa. Upa-rupa. He guessed what it means, and he didn't. Well, he tried to guess. He didn't guess correctly, but he did guess. Um, I'll give you one guess before we reveal it, old man Rishi. What on earth do you think upa-rupa means? I'm tired of these flipping buttons. Did you ban him? Is this two people you've banned now? Wait, why is it not letting us find vegetables? Maybe we have to go in here. Where am I supposed to search this? I had this working earlier. All the same Butterfinger head. No, 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 no. All the same Butterfinger head. That's funny. Really, all of them are the same one? That's crazy. No, Oopa Doopa means axolotl of all things. I don't know why. That's my favorite word in any language. Um, yeah, we've got redeems now. Also, going forward, just because you Jesus is awesome, and so I want to at least promote what he did yesterday because it's really cool. Going forward, I will not disclose things like this. But when it comes to yesterday was our first stream while we were monetized, and that's pretty cool. I'll say this one time yesterday, we made 7 cents. That maybe that doesn't sound crazy, but to me, who like maybe I overthink everything, or maybe I just really like God. I look at it this way: seven is the number of completion. Seven is the number of God. And so there's that. God is with us. And then I think there's a lot of value in cents over dollars because cents represents a humble beginning, being content and happy even with the small things. And so even in the small things, God is with us and we are content. And so I think that's the symbolism I found in yesterday's success. And I'm so happy with it. We're in the big leagues, guys. And so we're gonna rank vegetables. And hola, ¿cómo estás? Oye, I don't know how to say this in Espanol, pero we are going to rank vegetable. We're gonna rank all sorts of things. We're gonna make tier lists. Um, but first, we're going to rank vegetables, which is crazy. How many? It. Oh, that's a really bad spot for that. Usually, it would be smaller and it would be like white, and we could see better here. But thank you. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what gifting subscription, how that works. Um, but I assume that means that none of our people here have to watch ads anymore, which is great. I'm sure everyone here will appreciate that. Thank you very much, Old Man Odisha. You're a hero. And since it's close to Christmas, you're almost like Santa or something. Let's click on the first vegetable tier list and see. Chat, how do we feel about this one? Ooh, actually, this looks promising. How do we like this lineup, Chad? Do we want to rank these vegetables? I'll be honest, I don't know what some of these are, but if we want to do this, we can. This will be fun. I'm looking forward to this. I'll wait for your guys' input because there's so many vegetable tier lists. I'm surprised. Um, yeah, if there's no immediate opposition, we could probably go with this. We're not dropping. Okay, good. I still had a little left for my Twitch payout. Yippee. Oh, that's so cool. Heck yeah. All right, no one said no. Well, yeah, and we appreciate it very much. Thank you. Like, seriously, thank you. That's really cool. I don't know what any of that really means. I'm learning all of this, but it's exciting, so thank you. If rhubarb isn't on there, I'm going to be upset. Is rhubarb on here? Mm, I don't see rhubarb. Wait, do I? No. I don't immediately know what a rhubarb looks like, but they've got all sorts of stuff. I think this is a good one. We'll start with this. Um, all right. So our first vegetable chat. Let's get into this. I put my hands up like that works. Uh, artichokes. All right. I'll be honest. If we're being honest, I'm putting it right here. Never tried. Um, but chat, I'm open to suggestions. You guys, because there are probably several here that I've never tried. But that would just be boring to put everything that I've never tried down here. And so I see beets, which is basically the most Latvian vegetable. And it looks like celery. Okay, beets are really cool. I don't know if I've had a beet. Um, okay. Yeah, I don't see rhubarb. But if I haven't tried something, just to make it a bit more interesting, I can let you guys try to convince me where it should go. Because we could just throw it down here, or if you guys have strong opinions. For like instance, artichoke. What do we think about artichoke, chat? Convince me where an artichoke should go. It'll sit here. But if you guys can convince me to put it higher, I can be convinced. I don't even know what arugula is. Here, let's okay. Artichoke goes in C without a doubt. Really? That sounds confusing. Why? So what do you do with an artichoke? I've never eaten one. I don't even see them so often. I don't think I've eaten an artichoke. Artichoke. Wait, is there like a dip that you can make with artichoke? Have I heard of like an artichoke dip or something? Am I imagining that? Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just scared it'll artichoke me. That's fair. Let's put it in the middle because I don't want to get killed. Arugula. What is arugula? Can I zoom in? Okay, we can zoom in a little. Oh no. That got funky. Arugula looks like one of the seasoning greens. Um, like something you would like grind up and use as a seasoning, probably. I've never tried it, but I like most seasoning greens. So, ugh. Again, if we're honest, it should go down here. I'm gonna assume it's at least a B. It's probably higher than a B even. But I've never tried it, so I can't really say. It looks like cilantro, right? And I love cilantro. You know, you either love or hate cilantro. Apparently, a lot of people say cilantro smells like stink bugs, or I guess stink bugs smell like cilantro. I don't smell it, and so I lucked out. Supposedly that might be a genetic thing, but I don't know. Um, Up next, asparagus. Asparagus is really popular. I don't know that I've ever tried it. I think as a kid it just looked gross because it was big and green, which, is usually a bad thing. But I know asparagus is popular. Um, I don't know. Do we have any asparagus fans that think it should go like really high? Here, the B type. While we decide on. Oh, asparagus is a pure A tier. Nothing better than with a steak than asparagus. Really? Okay. So like, what kind of a flavor is an asparagus? Is it like I don't even know what I would expect. Is you put like butter on it and stuff and like seasonings, right? I think people do that. I couldn't tell you. I know it makes your pee stink. That's exciting. Um, but I've never done. Or is it? It makes it green. It makes it green or it makes it stink. I can't remember. Neither of those, I guess, are great. Uh, I'll trust you. We're gonna put it there. Um, Community effort. With that though, avocado. I've eaten avocado. This is like the Gen Z. Okay, so also I'm gonna specify right now because this is the first fruit that is made it on the list. An avocado is a fruit, but an interesting thing I learned this year is it's like green bean with boiled celery texture. It looks and tastes like green beans, and in my opinion, tiny bit of radish. Ooh, that sounds good. Probably. That sounds good. Oh, but yeah, since avocado is the first fruit to come up on the list, I will say earlier this year I learned there is no such thing as a vegetable. Um, like and that's crazy. That sounds crazy, but it's so true. Vegetable is a culinary term, and so when it comes to like cooking and how something is used and how something's prepared, that's what makes something a vegetable. So a fruit can be a vegetable, starch can be a vegetable, a spud can be a vegetable, a stalk can be a vegetable. Like even fruits can be vegetables if because it's a culinary term. And so like we're gonna see probably tomatoes. Yeah, tomatoes and cucumbers are probably somewhere. Yeah, those like two of the most popular examples where people are like, actually it's a fruit. And that was me for a long time. But yes, it is a fruit, you're right, but it's also a vegetable. So they belong in this list. But avocado, this is like the Gen Z vegetable. Um, I like it. I like guacamole. Maybe it's because I have a good number of Mexican friends, and so I've had the privilege of eating a lot of authentic guacamole that's absolutely insane. And then in Japan we had was it last year? I think last year at Burger King we had a limited thing. It was called the Mexican Burger, which was really just a burger with guacamole on it, I think. But that was good. That was awesome. I I don't know if having just guacamole on a burger makes it Mexican, but in Japan it does. We we don't usually get so close to Mexican food. If you ask most Japanese people uh about Taco Bell, because we've got Taco Bell, a few of them, they'll tell you that Taco Bell is a Mexican restaurant. Americans would argue with that, and rightfully so, I think. Beans. This is broad. Only Japan could make the Mexico burger, right? I don't know if they've ever done that in America. We get a lot of exclusives. What kind of beans are we talking? Beans, that's broad. It's just beans in general, though. Um, Beans are phenomenal. If that's counting, that's an S, I think. Like my two favorite foods, if we're talking Japanese food, my favorite food is curry rice. If we're talking non-Japanese food, my favorite food is chili. Specifically, in America, they have a restaurant called Steak and Shake, and Steak and Shake's chili is like my all-time favorite food ever. And so like I love chili with beans. I love there's a thing called bean soup, I think. It's like beans and vinegar. It's not a whole lot of stuff. I love bean soup. I love baked beans. I love black beans. I could eat just plain black beans. I love uncle and like red bean paste in Japan. Uh, Beans are phenomenal. Instantly S tier. Scary white woken would say it's racist if us white people made it. The Mexican burger? Oh, women. The scary white women would say it's racist if white people make it. Yeah, I mean, isn't that often the case? You can't do anything unless you're the race, apparently. Um, or I think it's all about your approach. If you're trying to make fun, maybe don't do that. But if you're genuinely enjoying it and appreciating it, go for it. That's how stuff gets shared. Culture should be shared. There's a lot to learn from that. A beat. Aren't beats like the thing that people hate? Wait, hold on. We can't do anything, even if we made it. Hold on, chat. That's true. I've never tried a beet. I think there are pickled beets in my fridge. Should I go check to see if there are in fact pickled beets in my fridge and then like bring one back and try it? We can eat a beet live and then rank it off of that. I think we have pickled beets in the fridge. I'm pretty sure. I only ask because if we say yes to that, I've got to walk away for like 20, 30 seconds. Do we mind that? For a beat, do we do it? I think we do. Um, you know what? We're gonna do it. Come on, try one. All right, I'm gonna go grab a beat. We're gonna be right back. 1 second. There we go. That's the right button. Uh-oh, here's my message. I moved everything. I have to move stuff back. Here we go. Now it's moved back. We can hear me? Right. Okay, good. I've got a beet and I'm dripping beet juice everywhere. It looks like blood. There's like it looks like blood all over my computer. I didn't mean to do that. Let's try it. You can't see it's in my hand. We're gonna do this. All right, here we go. Itadakimasu. Yeah, that's very vegetable-y. I don't know what I mean by that. But like it very much tastes very I mean it's pickled, so it's different than a normal beet, I imagine. Um, but it's very good. Yeah, I like that. It's very fresh. It's pickly a little bit because I guess pickling is a similar process across all whatever you pickle. Yeah, I'm with you. The issue also is I've probably eaten more of these than I realize. Beets and rhubarbs were my childhood. Yeah, dude, I'm with you. Beets are good. I would put those on a sandwich almost. Like, I wonder if that's good. Yeah. But see, one of the issues is I've probably eaten more of these than I realize, but in Japan, when like a restaurant or wherever you go somewhere and you get what we'll call pickles, pickles in America, it means like cucumbers, pickled cucumbers. But in Japan, when you say pickles, pickles means pickled whatever vegetable that restaurant or person's house has. So literally any of these, pickle them. If they've been pickled, that's pickles. And so sometimes I don't know what vegetables I'm eating, but they're all good when they're pickled. Anything's good pickled. But yeah, beets, they go up here. That was awesome. Heck yeah. Bell peppers. Ooh. Okay. Yes. So I love peppers. I absolutely love peppers. I love hot food. I love like chiles and like habaneros and jalapenos and oh yeah. Um, don't like bell peppers. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, which is kind of ironic considering the name. I won't go into that. But like you'd think I would love bell peppers. Hold up. Okay. Okay, this is a community activity, so I won't decide all on my own and be a dictator. I'm holding up for you, skunk. What's up? I need to get a bell pepper expert. Do you have a bell pepper? I've eaten bell peppers. I wouldn't call myself an expert. I'd say I know enough to know I don't like them. Um, I got Lewis. He likes bell peppers? What? Lewis is a skunk, by the way. Oh, I got an ad. Do you have an ad? But backup chat just got an ad. Should I wait? Oh wait, no, you're subscribed now. You don't have ads. He's the biggest fan of bell peppers. That's awesome. Okay, so I'd say they're probably like middle of the line for me because they're not. I don't hate them. I just am not a huge fan of them. So this is the bottom half and this is the top half. They'd go somewhere in here. Like I'd probably put them at like C. But because we've got yeah, I was gonna say because we've got someone who loves bell peppers, I'll put them up here. I don't hate them. I just don't love them. They're expensive. I believe that. Yeah, they're big though. I've seen some really big bell peppers, or they can be big. I suppose not all probably are. But yeah, we'll put bell peppers in B. B for bell pepper. There we go. Broccoli. Hey, this is like a classic vegetable. When you think vegetables, this is probably one of the first ones that comes to your mind. In my mind, I think of like carrots, broccoli, corn, and maybe potatoes. Like carrots, yeah, or broccoli, that's right up there. That's in there. Um, I like broccoli. I think of corn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was about to tell you what that word, how to say corn, but that'll be another Japanese word of the day someday. Today's was upa rupa, axolotl. Um, broccoli. Mm, I don't know if I love it enough to be A. I'd say high B. I'm thinking high B. How do we feel about broccoli at high B? Also B for broccoli? Come on. Um, if you feel really strong about broccoli, we can bump it up for you. But I'm thinking B. You dip it in some okay, in Japan, another thing I don't see often, ranch. I wish we had more ranch. But like in America, I can go and I can dip a broccoli in ranch, and broccoli and ranch is so good. Anything in ranch is good though. Or like broccoli in different like things is good. Yeah, Lizzie. Who's Lizzie? I don't know Lizzie, but yeah. So we're feeling good. Broccoli's a high B. Awesome. I like it. Brussels sprouts. Here we go. This is fun. I think this is like the one I always hear like American kids hate Brussels sprouts. Um, I've never had a Brussels sprout. I really want to try Brussels sprouts. Because it looks like a little baby cabbage, and I love cabbage. We'll get to that later. I'm sure that's on here. Yeah, it is. It's coming up. Oh, I'm excited. Brussels sprout. I want to try Brussels sprouts. That's another thing from the stupid musical. Every time they said something wrong, the rest would sarcastically say, "Yeah, Lizzie." I don't know who Lizzie is, but poor Lizzie. She's been through a lot, I'm sure. Um, I don't know. Are Brussels sprouts good? Like, I get the idea of like kids hate them. It looks like a little cabbage, and cabbage is awesome. I would say it's good. Okay, we're gonna put Brussels sprouts in. Oh gosh, I can't go so high. B for Brussels sprouts. B is just getting crowded. Uh, what is a button mushroom? They're good grilled. I would try that for sure. Button mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. Maybe that's a hot take. Um, or okay, so my issue with mushrooms is the texture. They feel really weird and gross a lot of times. Which is why there's only a few ways I'll eat mushrooms. I'll eat mushrooms on pizza because pizza's already slimy and stuff, and so like I don't notice the texture of the mushrooms as much. Um, or like in certain sushi, I'll eat like shiitake mushrooms, which actually is on here later somewhere, right? Wasn't it? Am I blind? I thought I saw shiitake on here. Maybe I didn't. Um, no, 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 I did. We use that a lot in Japan. Button mushrooms, I've never tried. Have you tried a button mushroom skunk? If not, I don't want to rank it poorly, so I might just put it in never tried. No? All right, it's gonna sit here. But that's not a bad thing. Never tried doesn't mean it's bad. It just means we don't have anyone that has an opinion, so we can't you really put it anywhere accurately. So they're gonna chill down there. That's okay. Uh, cabbage. Yes. Do you like cabbage skunk? I love cabbage. This is like one of my favorite vegetables ever because there seems to be no bad way to eat it. In Japan we've got a dish called okonomiyaki, which is like it's almost like a cabbage pancake. I tell people, I love it. Good, good. We're in agreement. Okonomiyaki is like a cabbage pancake almost, and you can put like Kewpie mayonnaise on it, or like it's kind of like a Japanese barbecue sauce, or like in Osaka they'll put bacon on it. Japanese bacon, soft bacon, by the way, so it's a bit different than like the crispy bacon that some countries like. Um, or like in Hiroshima they'll put yakisoba noodles in it. But that's amazing. Spring rolls or egg rolls with cabbage in it are amazing. Kimchi is like one of the best things ever. Kimchi is phenomenal. I want to try sauerkraut, and then I also think I want to try coleslaw because I've been told that those are both cabbage also. Um, like everything that I have cabbage in is really good. So, actually, I think we yeah yeah well you also use cabbage for takoyaki. I want to say I haven't made takoyaki in a. It's only been a few months since I've made takoyaki, and I've made it several times. I should remember this. Uh, don't tell my friends. Um, but yeah, cabbage S tier definitely. Another one I really like carrots. Carrots are nice. I could eat carrots on their own, like just by themselves, because they're sweet. They're good. Like baby carrots, those are great. That's another one. Dip it in ranch, and you're really set. Um, in a lot of S, right? Yes, in a lot of curry rice, or yeah, a lot of places I know, and a lot of like friends, family. When we make curry rice, we always put carrots in it. My friends and I do it at least. We always put carrots in curry rice, and that is so good. I don't know what else curry rice is, or not curry rice. Carrots are probably like a stew. I don't know if I've had it in a stew, but that's probably good. Um, I know someone who makes like really good like I don't know if they grill the carrots or they fry the carrot. I don't know what they do, but those are really good. Yeah, carrots are also S. Here, hold on. Let's reorganize this. This probably is like what S would look like. Yeah. Uh, that's good. Probably. I don't know. I shouldn't put that higher than something I've never tried. Uh, that looks good. Yeah, carrots are awesome. Can't go wrong with a carrot. So they don't actually make your eyes better. I can't remember what the story behind that really was, but I learned that recently. What is cassava? What? What? Hold on, we're zooming in again. Okay. What is that? What is that? C tier? What is it? It's okay. What do you do with this? It looks like a tree, but like really with really bright wood. What? What? I don't know what a cassava is. Tastes weird. Tastes weird? All right. You know more than I do. I've never even seen this. See. Wow. Cassava chat. I hope everyone goes home and eats a cassava after this. Do it. It's probably okay. We ranked it C. Be right back. Restroom time. Okay. Um. Well, in the meantime, Nagaimo. Ooh. Okay. See, we've got some good ones coming up. So wait. No, I thought I saw. What was the one we were looking for? He was looking for rhubarb. Do we have rhubarb? I'll try to stall for time. I'm so excited for some of these. I won't say which ones, but I see some of my man. There are several instant S's left in here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there are quite a few instant S's left here. This is gonna be good. Heck yeah. It's gonna be a good day. This was last modified. Oh, this was last modified just a few months ago or 5 months ago. Oh my gosh, it's December chat. That's crazy. I can't believe 2025 is almost over. I hope everyone's hopefully content with how the year's been. 2026 will be fun. That'll be the first year where we've been streaming like the whole time. 'Cause we started doing this year. That'll be neat. I'm excited. Especially like now that we've hit affiliate, we have access to things like redeems and things like that. This is a fun season that we're in. These are good times. Um, here. I don't want to move on without him. He's been fairly active in this. Here, I'm gonna drink something real quickly. I am a few more seconds. I will say beets are really good. I'm glad that I tried a pickled beet. I saw that in the fridge yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday, and I thought, oh my gosh, we're doing vegetable tier list tomorrow. That's so perfect because I've never tried a beet. And so I was like, all right, I want to try a beet live during the stream. And so I forgot to bring a beat into my place where I record. So I'm glad we did that. I I don't think I have most of these other things at home right now. So we probably can't if there's anything else that we've never eaten. What am I seeing? If there's anything else I haven't tried, we won't be able to eat that right now. But that's okay. Also, while we wait for him, I guess I'll give a bit of a teaser. The next things we're gonna be ranking, or later tonight, that I've got planned at least, are animals, Pokemon games, mainstream Pokemon games, I should say, and Nintendo consoles. I don't know how long those will take. I think those ones I'm more familiar with than some of these because like I don't know what do I not know? I don't know what a fava bean is. You're back. Hey, perfect. Chat we stalled for enough time. All right. With that, we'll get right back into things. So up next, cauliflower. I don't know a lot about cauliflower, but I want to rank it highly. I want cauliflower is another one where I really just want to try it by itself. Um, I have a few experiences with cauliflower though. One is a couple years ago during Lent, I mentioned before in a stream, one of my friends, I keep losing internet, so I won't be able to participate yet. Oh, you're good. We know. We're here. We understand. You're good. It tastes like it looks like broccoli. It looks like albino broccoli, I know. Um, but when my friend and I were doing Lent and we were doing like the pescatarian fast where we couldn't eat any meat except for fish, we knew of a chicken place, like a fried chicken place. They had a cauliflower sandwich. And so I was like, "Oh, okay. That sounds interesting." But he really insisted on it. So I was like, "Sure, I'll try it." Guys, this cauliflower sandwich looked, smelled, and tasted just like chicken. And I don't know how you do that, but that was awesome. That was enough to sell me on cauliflower. It's a great chicken substitute, apparently, if you do the right stuff. Also, I've heard of people making cauliflower rice. I love rice. I don't know about cauliflower rice. Never tried it, but I love rice, so that sounds really promising. I know people make like cauliflower crust and stuff for like pizzas or whatever. So cauliflower, I'll say I can't put it S because I really don't know. I'll say it's at least A, because my limited experiences with it have been fairly good. Unlike celeriac. What is this? Let's zoom in again. I don't know what a celeriac is. Um, what is this? F? Have you eaten this? I've never even heard of this. But you've eaten it? Is it? It is foul? What? It looks kind of cool. It looks neat. Okay. F? No, man. No. It is foul. You feel so strongly, so I'll put it low. But it looks cool. Um, even if you don't eat it, aesthetically, you could like put this out in your like garden or something, just like set it on. It looks cool. You could use it for decoration. Um, I just feel bad putting it in F. Something has to really upset me for me to put it in F, I think. Um, celery. This is another one where I haven't had celery since I was a kid. Um, D. D for celery or D, you're agreeing with the D for celeriac. Are these related? They have like really similar names. Uh, I know a lot of people like celery. I've been told it doesn't have a lot of a taste. It's also a negative calorie food. You burn more calories from chewing, swallowing, and digesting celery than there are calories in it. So you actually, if you were to only eat celery, you would lose weight. Like you cannot gain weight from celery. It's negative calories, which is like cool. Um, because I don't have it's like water but with a vegetable shell, right? Exactly. That's what I've kind of gathered. And so because I don't have any strong feelings with it, and I haven't really had it in a long time, I'm gonna sit it in C. Oh, C for celery, it works. In case, or unless someone else really needs it moved. If we hate or love it, it can go somewhere else. But like, it seems like a fairly run-of-the-mill thing, like right, middle of the line. That sounds like a fitting place for celery, I feel like. Um, another C word. What is a chard? Chard sounds like something I would probably call someone online on Call of Duty. I don't know what like, hey you chard, but like I don't know what a chard is. It looks like it's a green, but like with some red in it. Oh my, where are we scrolling? Oh, hold on, we zoomed in too much. Okay, here we chard. What is a chard? Do we like chards, chat? It doesn't look charred. No, it doesn't look charred. It's not black enough to be that charred. A charred chard would be quite something. Maybe if you grill it, you can get a charred chard. Um, I like greens generally. It just looks like a it looks like an interesting green, but maybe more colorful. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Um, assuming it's like a general like a typical green, I'll say C. That's probably fine. Man, poor celeriac. Oh, but see, I was gonna say maybe we should like find it some company, but maybe we can't because chili peppers. Oh my gosh. I said this earlier. I love peppers. I love spicy foods. I love chilies. So these are an instant S. Chilies are awesome. Um, and it's also fairly broad. There are a bunch of different types of chili peppers. Like there are like I think a jalapeno is a chili. I think a habanero is a chili, or like a ghost pepper is even. I feel like it's pretty broad. S is a good spot. Yes. Uh, I love chilies. You can put them in so many things, and they're so good. Those are awesome. Collard greens. Ooh. Oh yeah. I had never tried collard greens until this year, but I had a friend who made a bunch of collard greens because she'd heard that I never tried collard greens. Uh, but I was willing to try it because I'll try most things. And so she made me like homemade collard greens with turkey neck. I think it was turkey neck. And wow, that was good. Instant A, right? These are so good. The texture surprised me. It almost just seemed like soft meat. It tasted like meat. It was so good. It's a super good, but not S yet. No, that's fair. Mm, collards versus avocado. I've only had collards once, so I shouldn't put them higher than avocado because avocado is like it's one of the old reliables. Like again, guacamole is awesome. Uh, but yeah, collards they're up there. That's a again I love greens and so yeah, collards are great. Corn. All right. Tomorokoshi. Where are we putting it? Ah, I like popcorn. Does that count? I don't like corn. Like I tell people I'm trying to grow on corn. I'm trying to I'm trying to like corn slowly. In Japan, some places will put corn and mayonnaise on pizza, which just sounds horrible to me. Living in Iowa, definitely S. Really? I know so many people like make it A. So many people in America will want me to put it like right up here. Probably a lot of Americans want it like right here, maybe. Uh, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I don't like corn. But again, I'm trying to. I get the appeal. Like it's not horrible. I think it's just in my mind it's so deeply ingrained that I don't like corn that I think it's more of a mental thing that I'm trying to overcome. To say, yeah, I can like corn, but I like popcorn. So we'll say it can go. Yeah, it'll go A. That works because I know a lot of people like it, so we'll put it there. Cucumber. Cucumbers are one that I really like. Obviously pickles. Everyone loves like the pickled cucumbers, and that's so good. Sweet pickles, regular pickles, hot pickles, those are all awesome. Put it on a burger, put it on a sub, put it on. Has anyone ever done pizza? That's probably good. Cucumbers are great. But even like just a cucumber, not pickled, that's one of the freshest smells and tastes that I know of. Like I love just a cucumber. Even put like a little bit of salt on there. A cucumber is awesome. I'd say S. Oh wait, chilies should go. That's probably good. And then cucumbers. Oh, cucumbers versus cabbage. Goodness. Probably I'll put cucumbers over cabbage because most of the cabbage I like is like in stuff. You do stuff to the cabbage. I wouldn't just pick up a cabbage and eat it. But a cucumber, I would just pick it up and eat it. Well, by that logic, I should also put carrots above it. But this is still great. It's S, so even low S is still this is phenomenal. These are all great. Um, edamame. Um, this is a Japanese vegetable. Would you believe I've never eaten it? Wait, have I? No, I don't think I have. I don't. It's everywhere. It's all over. Um, but I've never eaten it somehow. I don't know why I've never eaten an edamame. Um, but I haven't. So my mom really likes edamame. Where does it go? What is an edamame? It looks like peas. Is it peas? Is it like peas? I don't like peas. That'll come up, I'm sure. Probably. Um, I don't know. Skunk, do you know edamame? Is edamame popular in Latvia or America? Never had. Okay. And we'll set it there. Again, never tried isn't a bad place. This isn't a low ranking. It's just no one has an opinion, and so we don't wanna offend it. It'll sit there. Eggplant. I know it's funny. Um, I don't know. I tried. Oh wait, I tried eggplant once and it wasn't good. Oh, I didn't like it. Oh no. Ugh, I think I'm remembering eggplant. Oh, it wasn't good. Oh no. Ugh. I never knew it. You never knew eggplant? Uh, ugh. It can sit here with celeriac, I think. I did not like eggplant. Maybe I just had bad eggplant. Where was that? Was that at a? I don't think it was at an izakaya. Where? No, I don't know where I had eggplant, but I didn't like it at all. I don't think. Uh, enoki, enoki. I think this is what I'm thinking of, right? The Here, one more. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It's a mushroom again. But like, what do we eat that? I don't know. It's not bad. Well, I don't know. I don't. Again, I don't cook with mushrooms, and so generally, like I know shiitake. If I'm eating shiitake, I know I'm eating shiitake. Eggplant is weird fruit. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty weird. Enoki. If it's not shiitake, I don't know what kind of mushroom I'm eating generally. So I don't know if I've probably eaten enoki without knowing it. But again, I don't know. Like I couldn't say, oh yeah, that thing was enoki. Um, so I don't want to put it somewhere it shouldn't be. So it'll sit here. Yeah, it's a mushroom. It's like a long, thin mushroom. I almost said a thonglin mushroom. No, no thongs. Don't put thongs on mushrooms or mushrooms in thongs. Um, but we'll sit it here. That's probably fine. Fava beans. What's a fava bean? Um, yeah, what is that? It looks like it's a bean. Is it good? I like beans. I like beans. Is Are fava beans good? Chad, do we like fava beans? Hopefully. Maybe we like fava beans. I don't know. What do you make with a fava bean? Or it kind of looks like a what's that other one? Not soybeans. What am I thinking of? I can't remember. There's another bean that I'm thinking of. Um, I can't remember what that one was. I don't know. It's probably not bad. It's beans, right? B for beans? Oh, lima beans is what I'm thinking of. Lima beans. Those are the other ones. It kind of looks like a lima bean, I want to say. But I know lima beans. I haven't had a lima bean either, I don't think. Fennel. Hey, fennel. That kind of sounds like NL, our friend from Chile. It isn't red beans or kidney beans, so I don't know. Oh, those are both so good. That's why those are the top of S right now. Fennel. What do you do with fennel? Have I had that? That looks really familiar. Maybe I've eaten this. Is this? Oh wait, hold on. Is this what I'm thinking of? That kind of looks like. Hold on. it almost looks like dill. Dill is so good. Uh, I don't know. Fennel. Fennel. Uh, I'm gonna put it in. I have or never tried. Fennel is okay. Oh, okay, it's okay. We'll put it in C. Garlic. S tier. S tier. Probably. Oh, gosh. Ooh, before or after chilies? I don't know. Mm, I don't know. No, I think I'll put it over chilies because you can put garlic on a chili and make it better. But I don't know if yeah. So, yeah, garlic is awesome. Wow, I had it in a salad once. Okay, that was the fennel. Fennel. Yeah, I would try most of these. Um, but I haven't, so I'll take your word for it. Garlic. I don't think is someone gonna argue with garlic being S? I shouldn't think so. Uh, I love garlic though. I think it's really good. Unless we really hate that, I'll leave it there. Green beans? Um, I know green beans. I've had green beans a couple times. They're not bad. I don't go out of my way to eat them. Um, but again, they're definitely not bad. I think especially if you cook them right, they can be pretty good. But I just haven't had them a whole lot. So that's probably fine for green beans. Jalapenos. This is easy ass. I won't put jalapenos. See, garlic is good. Yes. See, garlic, you can put garlic on anything and make it not always better, but a lot of times better. Jalapenos, I can't put jalapenos above chilies because I think a jalapeno is a chili. So chili would include jalapenos. So I don't feel right putting this above that because chili is jalapeno plus more, whereas jalapeno is just jalapeno. But it's right up there with it. These are like together. Green beans are C. You think so? In my opinion. Okay. Here. I can bump them down here and go somewhere in the middle. But yeah, they're not terrible. Green beans with chili powder, is that good? I've never tried that. Kale. Kale's like that crazy health food that everyone likes. I don't think I've had kale. I've never even had like what are those kale smoothies that people like? Um, but kale's a green, and so I would assume I probably like it. I think probably. Is it similar to like other greens, like collard or like mustard or spinach? If so, we can probably just stick it in here, I would guess. Probably with some of the other ones that I haven't tried. Very good. Okay. Then here, we'll stick it right there. Bell peppers would go. Mm, this is probably fine. Yeah, I don't know arugula, but it looks like a seasoning, so that's fine. Or we put collard greens up here, so we'll put it with the greens. Other greens, unless there's like a green that's bad or like super different, greens can probably all just stay together up here. There's one that I'm going to make an exception for. What on earth is a kohlrabi? Hold on. Let's go back in. What is this? This looks fun. What? What is that? I've never heard of this one either. How many vegetables are out there? I didn't think I was going to learn so many new words today. See, I taught you guys a Japanese word and now I'm learning all sorts of English vegetable words. But like, do most people know what a kohlrabi is? I don't know what a kohlrabi is. Maybe that's a me thing. Maybe everyone else knows what it is. They say, "Oh, Mitsuha, why don't you know kohlrabi? It's great. It's very good." Oh no, that was an old message. I keep seeing things move. It is good. You know what it is? What is it? All right, we can put it in. We can set it in B then. We can sit there. All right, yeah, it'll sit there. A leek. I've never eaten a leek, but it's going here. Um, a leek looks cool. I love negi, green onions. Green onions are really good. It looks like a big green onion. I don't know that it tastes similar. I have no idea. But it looks like a big green onion. It's a pickaxe in Fortnite that I have. And then also, Hatsune Miku is often associated with leeks. And Hatsune Miku is pretty cool, so uh it's hard to explain. Uh well, in the meantime, leek will sit in A. Do we disagree with A? I don't know enough. Again, all I know is I have it in Fortnite as a pickaxe. Miku is associated with this. It's just kohlrabi. It's the same. Oh, hold on. I think you might be behind a bit. I think these responses, there's a leak in the boat. Oh, okay. Maybe you're not behind. Okay. Lettuce. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna upset some people here. I don't like lettuce. You know, I've hyped up greens so much. I don't like lettuce. I think it's one of the ones. I think I'm on the verge. I think I'm gonna like lettuce soon. Like I can just feel it inside me. For long, I think I'm gonna start liking lettuce, probably. Um, but I don't like the taste of it. I don't like the smell of it a lot of times. But then I've also been told that the lettuce I'm eating is bad lettuce. And that I need to try like fresh lettuce because someone told me lettuce should not. Chat is behind. Okay. Let's say I could pause and let it catch up. That doesn't work like that. Um, but I've been told that lettuce shouldn't have like a smell or much of a taste. It should just be like a crisp, fresh thing. And so I think the lettuce is bad. I've had lettuce is cabbage one less. Okay. Yeah. Again, I think I'm about to start coming around to lettuce. So look how nice it looks. It looks like a green flower right there. I don't think I've seen it look like that. That looks cool. Um, lotus root. What is a lotus root? Is a lotus good? I know a lotus. It's like a flower. Um, are its roots this big? I think I've eaten this pickled. I think this is a pickle that I had in an izakaya yet, or once before at one time. One time. And it was a good pickle. So we can put it, mm, maybe there. Because I don't really know if I had that, but that looks like a pickle that I had at an izakaya. So we'll say it's probably good. Morel. These are. This is the really expensive one, right? Like at certain places, in at least I think in the United States, I think they go and they like look for these. I've heard there's people that I know that go like mushroom hunting there. So a cassava is basically a potato. Wait, hold on. Where'd that go? Where did we put that? Cassava. Oh, it's like a potato or a yam. Ooh, oh, I like potatoes and yams. Well, I don't know about a yam, but I like potatoes. But morel mushrooms, these are like really expensive mushrooms that I think people go out and they like hunt for these. Um, I've never had one. And again, I have like negative inclinations toward mushrooms, so I will put it there. Nagaimo. Oh, yes. This is another Japanese vegetable. Um, when I saw it down there earlier, I was thinking of jagaimo, which is jagaimo is potato, and so I was like, wait, why is it didn't even cross my mind as weird. I was like, yeah, that's a potato. But then I saw it again. I was like, wait, why would we have potato in Japanese? And I said, no, it's not jagaimo, it's nagaimo, which is funny because nagai means long, which kind of sounds like a pun for long potato. And look, it looks like a long potato. Uh, so have I had nagaimo? This is probably another one where I'm sure I've had it without realizing it. But it looks like a long potato, so we'll say it's probably a long potato, and it'll go in B. Unless you've had nagaimo. Um, ooh, I'm excited. Another S. Oh, yeah, right here. Nori. See, we do use the Japanese name for this. Nori is seaweed? Yes. Um, put one below beans, just because you can do more with beans than nori, I think. But I absolutely love nori. This is like one of my top five favorite vegetables of all time. Um, instant S. I think some people in the West probably, I've heard people say, "Oh, why would you eat seaweed? That's like slimy and gross." And I mean, I guess I get that idea because like it's in the ocean floor or whatever. but it's not slimy and gross. Maybe in a soup it can be kind of slimy. Um, but usually it's not. You can have it like be super dry and crispy, and that's so good. Or not crispy, crisp, and that's so good. But even on like sushi and stuff, I love nori. I could eat that every day. Okra though is one I've not. My messages are failing to send. Is it doing this again? That's crazy. Anagaimo is a yam cassava potato. Yeah, yeah, I figured with the name. Again, I'm not sure if I've eaten. I've probably eaten one without knowing it. Um, that's interesting. I don't know why it's doing that thing with the messages again. I wish I could look into it, but I don't even know what I'd be looking for. Okra. Is okra good? I've never had okra. I didn't expect this many vegetables. This is crazy. We've still got a while to go. Um, okra. I don't know. I've never had okra. If you change my mind retroactively, that's okay. We can move okra. For now, I'm gonna put it in here because olives are another S tier. Um, oh, what do I like more? Oh, let me say, hey, Sliver, welcome. Okra is a B. It's good fried, otherwise it's a B. Okay, we'll put it in B then. Also, Sliver, since you're here, I don't know how gifting subscriptions works. But Old Man Hidushi showed up earlier and gifted 5 subscriptions to the community or something like that. Um, so I don't know if you have to like I don't know if he chooses who those go to, or I don't know if that means I can give them to people. If so, I don't know how to do that. Or I don't know if you can just like claim it. Um, but I'd like you to get that. If it's still available, I'd like you to get that. But I don't know how that works, so someone will have to know more than me. Um, oh, olives. Olives are so good. Vegetable tier list based. Yeah, we're doing the thing. It's fun. I love black olives. I love green olives. I love Kalamata olives, which are like purple and they're Greek. I love garlic stuffed olives. I love jalapeno stuffed olives. I love garlic jalapeno stuffed olives. Um, Olives on a sub sandwich. Olives on a pizza. Olives by themselves. If they're the black olives, you can put them on your fingers when you're a kid and have olive fingers and eat your fingers. That's fun. Um, yeah, olives, easy S tier. Um, yes, yeah. Onions. Boo. If I'm being honest. No, that's not entirely true. I'm joking. I don't like just onions mostly. If they're diced and like really small, they're fine because I don't notice them so much, I guess. I like the smell of onions. The taste isn't bad. I think it's like a texture thing with onions. Again, I like green onions though, which aren't even on here. This is a scallion. It looks like. Anyway, we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I like onion rings, if that counts. That's an American food, right? The deep fried onion rings. It's RNG in my opinion, but on Twitch as opposed to YouTube, you can specifically gift a sub to a certain person. Okay. Um, onions and shallots are similar. I haven't tried a shallot. I'm excited to. I want to try a shallot because it looks like we'll get there. A shallot's on here. Okay. Yeah. If I don't, it has to be gifted that way because it said that he gifted 5 subs to the community. I don't know what that means, but it sounds really cool, and I'm glad we did it. I appreciate it. I hope it helps a lot of people. Um, yeah, onions. I also like what are those French? Is it French onions? Where it's like the little or whatever. It's like the little fried slivers that you can like cook with. I like those. Onions are like garlic but bigger. Yeah, but they don't feel or taste like garlic. They do look very similar. Um, I don't know. I'll put them there because I know a lot of people like onions, and you can do good stuff with an onion that I would like. But there's also just a lot of times I don't like onion. So I can't justify putting it too high. We can put it there. That's okay. Parsnip, fried livers. Yeah. Oh my. Uh, that was a bad choice of words. Oh no, chat's in a weird spot today. We don't have our normal background because I figured we want this bigger for the tier list. So messages won't show up on the screen so well over here. Um, Parsnips. I'll be honest. All I know about these is I sell them like crazy on Stardew Valley. Is a parsnip good? I don't know. Looks like it could be. It's a root, like a carrot is a root, or like I guess a potato is kind of like a root almost. maybe, but like a really weirdly shaped one. Um, do we have anyone that's tried a parsnip? I'm gonna set it here until someone tells me. Oh, huh. Oh, so is that a we do do you not know either? Here, I'm gonna set it here, and if someone wants to tell me what to do with it, we'll move it. Plantains. These are a funny one because you can tell a kid, "Hey, look at this. Here, eat this banana." And then they eat the banana and they puke because this is not a banana and it does not taste like a banana. Parsnips, never had. Okay, so this is probably a good spot for parsnips. Plantains. I've never had just a plantain, kind of. But I've had people like they'll take like really thin slices of plantains and fry them to make like plantain chips, and those are so good. Plantain chips are amazing. So I'd say this is an A. I like plantain. I get the joke. Ted, the Mao. Ted? Wait, hold on. The joke. What did I miss? Am I not? Oh, am I not seeing? Maybe I'm not seeing messages. That's okay. Potatoes. Hey, this is like an S tier vegetable. Probably my favorite vegetable, if I'm being honest. We finally got to it. Is- Tell me, for red radishes are A tier or S? We'll get there. Don't you worry. I think those are coming up. Radishes are on here, right? Yeah, we'll get there. Um, but potatoes. Tell me, chat. What is a bad way to eat a potato? 'Cause I'll be honest, I don't think there is. Like you can have mashed potatoes, which is probably my favorite, potato chips, baked potatoes, hash browns, tater tots, which is kind of like a hash brown but smaller. Um, Scalloped potatoes, cheesy potatoes, loaded potatoes. What else is there? I don't know, right? But like there's probably other ways. And they're all good. Like I mean there is potatoes are an S tier for sure. See? They're like the magic vegetable. You can't really mess up a potato. Potatoes are pinnacle perfection. Yeah, I love them. I've yeah, potato chips, right? And then there's like Pringles, which are like processed potato product that is kind of vaguely food. Probably shouldn't eat Pringles. It's like it's cancer. But the bad way to eat a potato is like an apple. I've known people who do that is the crazy part. I've met people who've done that. Pumpkin. All right. I've never just eaten a pumpkin, but I'll say I love pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is absolutely insane. Um, in the fall, sometimes I like to channel my inner white girl and eat pumpkin spice flavored stuff. That's pretty good. And then I don't know if anyone's ever had fried pumpkin seeds. Fried pumpkin seeds are so good. So pumpkin also S. Um, yeah, pumpkin is so good. It's like yeah, especially in like the fall. It's just such a nice thing to eat. Oh, and then also jack-o'-lanterns are so cool, right? Jack-o'-lanterns are really neat. Pumpkin is A. See, I, I'm I'm okay with an A. I don't disagree. Like it's high. That's still a good ranking. Pumpkin pie and pumpkin spice lattes are S easy. Yes. So skunk, I see your A, and then I raise you with this. Jack-o'-lanterns. Jack-o'-lanterns. You're not eating the fruit when you do that. The vegetable in this case, I suppose. You're not eating the pumpkin, but like jack-o'-lanterns are pretty cool. And I've seen like some really talented people online that make insane jack-o'-lanterns. I could never do that. But it looks really cool. And so yeah, I'd say S. Radish, I've never had to my knowledge, but I've had horseradish. Um, I love wasabi. In America, I know they don't generally they don't have real wasabi. They have it's horseradish that's dyed green in most cases. We talked about that on a Minecraft stream of all places. Um, it's not the same. No. No, no, no. So like but I get it's not the same, but I know horseradish, which is like it has radish in the name, so I'm assuming are they related? 'Cause that's what I was gonna ask is how similar are those? Because I like horseradish. Is radish similar enough that I could probably say that I like radish as well? I charge my pumpkins out of turnips. What? Yeah? Oh, I was thinking parsnips. No, a turnip is a different thing. Horseradish is a bit different. Okay. Is a radish good? Because you were just talking about radishes, right? Here, hold on. What did you said something about radishes a minute ago, I think. Um, red radishes are A tier or S. Okay, so you were ranking radishes pretty highly. They look horseradish is a bit spicy for a vegetable. Oh, well, you have me at spicy. Um, cauliflower should go above. Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, I like spicy. I like horseradish, so if it's at all similar, I'd probably like this. I'll assume it's good. A scallion. Is this a negi or green onion? Is this a green onion? No, wait. Hold on, where'd it go? Yeah, is that just a green onion? Is like wasabi light? Okay, that's what I would call horseradish, but it sounds cool. Or that's how I would describe horseradish. But see, that sounds good. Is a scallion just a green onion? Are these the same thing? Because I was also surprised that green onions weren't on here. But if this is a green onion, that would explain it. And I love these. Well, I love green onions, which is funny since I don't like onions. But if this is a green onion, I'm gonna rank it like it's a green onion until someone tells me I'm wrong. In the meantime, I don't know. Okay, we'll assume it's a green onion. And if we're wrong, if this isn't like a green onion, if it's not at all like a green onion, know that I'm rating it as it though it is. So it's basically like I'm rating a green onion. Whoa! I turned expressions off, so I can't do this shocked expression because it breaks and it's hilarious. Hedgehound? Hedgehound? It's a hello, congrats on reaching affiliate. Friend, oh my gosh. You are a sight for sore eyes. We've talked about you so many times. I have prayed for you. I've thought about you so many times. Man, I hope you're doing amazingly. You've been so missed. I really hope you're doing well. Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Oh, I'm so glad to have you here. What? This is so cool. Ever since, yeah, you introduced Skunk to me when we did the collab. Skunk's been here like almost every single stream since then. Oh, shucks, man. It's so good to see you too. Heck yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's so good to have you back. Yeah, Skunk's been here almost every day. We study hedging. Skunk, hello. Oh man, this is so cool. This is a reunion. For anyone who doesn't know, Hedgehound was like one of the OG OGs. She and I did a Fortnite collab once, and that's how Skunk first found our channel here. And so now Skunk's like an OG. It's like this is oh this and I haven't seen Hedge in so long. This is so cool. This is awesome. It's awesome. I'm gonna call it a green onion, and we're gonna put the green onion here. It's not a green onion. Whoops. Oh my gosh, Hedge, so much has happened since I've last seen you. Oh, we got so much catching up to do. A shallot. Someone, they have arrived. Heck yeah. Someone sell me on shallots. Shallots I want to try. I want them to be good because it looks like it's somewhere between a garlic and an onion. It looks like if you mixed a garlic and an onion a little bit, and that sounds great, I think. Even though I don't like onion, this sounds like a good idea. Am I right in guessing that? Is it like somewhere between a garlic and an onion? Um, Shallots are tiny onions, big flavor. See, that sounds awesome. We're gonna put that here, probably. Here? Maybe that's fine. Shallots are awesome. Yeah, Hedge, I don't know when I expected to see you again. Maybe I don't know if a vegetable ranking or a vegetable tier list ranking video was where it would be. You came back at a hilarious time. We're This is our celebration stream. Scallions are green onions, by the way. They are good. I've never heard them called that. I know negi and I know green onion. So now we have scallion. Also, they're tiny onions with better flavor. That's awesome. Hedgehound, you gave me the idea a couple months ago for like redeem. You said when we do redeems, we should have a redeem where we can do a Japanese word of the day. We have redeems now, friend. Uh, and like not even 5 minutes into the streams, Skunk requested he redeemed the Japanese word of the day. So our first ever Japanese word of the day is uparupa, which means, of all things, axolotl. But that's my favorite word in any language. So There you go. You gave us that idea, and so thank you. It's a fun one. And so today's word is oopa doopa. Not that you'll ever use it in conversation, probably. Um, shiitake. Shiitake is a. Even though I don't like mushroom, um, there's a bunch of Japanese stuff that I love that we put it in. I love that. It's so happy. Let me take a look at the redeems. We've got some fun ones. We've got yeah. I'll let you look at the list. We have some fun ones. Ooh, we've got an S chat. It was an awesome word of the day. Heck yeah. I'm glad we appreciate axolotl. Uh, here's an S, unless someone really wants to fight me about it. I love spinach. Spinach is so good. This is like one of my favorites too. I have a lot of favorites apparently. Spinach is one of my favorite vegetables though. Like again, I like greens, but this is by far my favorite green. I love it on sandwiches. I love it on pizza. I I would probably eat spinach by itself. I guess that'd be a salad, right? Um, like spinach is just so good. I feel like Popeye when I eat it. Not really, I guess. But it's cool to think that maybe someday I'll get like super buff just by eating spinach. But it is so good. It doesn't have a whole lot of a taste, but it's insanely good for you. Spinach makes you strong. Yeah, there's a lot of iron in spinach, from what I understand. Squash, that's really broad. Pumpkin is a squash. I want to try, or I tried acorn squash jelly recently, and it tasted like a Japanese dessert that I like. I can't remember what the dessert even was. Um, I really want to try spaghetti squash. I want to find someone who knows spinach S tier for me, leaf or canned, right? Yeah, spinach is so good. But I want to find someone who knows how to make spaghetti squash because that sounds like such a cool idea. Like you just scoop it out and it makes like noodles and you can cook that. That sounds amazing. When I was working out, a lot of my go-to breakfast was spinach and eggs. Oh, that sounds so good. Yeah, spinach in an omelet. I haven't tried that yet. But I started going on a spinach. My spinach kick started last year. I've been obsessed with spinach ever since last year. I need my can of spinach to beat darn Bluto. Uh, that's a fun reference that I get. Wait, that's a thing? Squash is nice. Yeah, spaghetti squash. This sounds so good. I'm gonna put it in A. I don't know. Um, but we'll assume it's really good, probably. Yeah. I know my dad used to eat squash like crazy when I was a baby. I remember that for some reason. Sweet potato. Ew. I say ew because first time I ever tried sweet potato didn't go really well. I thought I was getting fries. I guess I was getting fries. I just thought I was getting regular fries though. When I ate my fry, it was sweet. I about puked. It was so gross. My fry was not supposed to be sweet, but it was sweet. Oh, I hated it. I've heard of tomato and spinach pasta. That sounds really good. What? Yes, yes, yes. What is right? Second time I ever tried a sweet potato, I was getting tempura, and I thought I had egg tempura. I think it was the egg tempura that I thought I had. And so I bit into my basically like a deep fried egg almost, and it was sweet potato. My deep fried egg was sweet. It was supposed to be sweet. And so sweet potatoes are like a jump scare in my life every once in a while. And I don't like sweet potatoes because of it. Um, but the other thing is sweet potato pie. Sweet potatoes are bad. They are orange and not sweet in the way I would like. I get that. Sweet potato fries with the icing. I haven't tried that. Um, Sweet potatoes mashed with some butter and maybe some icing is peak. Man, I don't know. But I'll say sweet potato pie I tried one time. It was like pumpkin pie. It was like pumpkin pie. Um, so if it's sweet potato pie, it's high. Anything else though, I'd say we'll put it here. Just because sweet potato pie really carries it. And I'm sure if I ate it and was expecting it, maybe it would be fine. But again, every time I've eaten it, it's been a jump scare. And like I was not expecting it. Here's a hard one. Chet, I don't like tomatoes. I'd rather have sweet potatoes than baked potatoes, to be honest. Ooh, I love baked potatoes. Baked potato. Wednesday night was it? Wednesday night? Or I guess today's Wednesday night for you guys. For a lot of people. I had a baked potato Wednesday night. That was cool. Um, A tomato. Yeah, I don't like tomatoes, which is funny because I love ketchup. I love marinara sauce. I love tomato soup. I love tomato juice. I love tomato sauce. I love all of that. But I don't like tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes. But it's like I wouldn't eat a tomato. But because of all the stuff that you can do with a tomato, it's gotta go up here. I wouldn't eat just a tomato, but I'd eat all the other things I listed. I would eat in a heartbeat. I love those things, and so even though I don't like just a tomato, it's gotta go up here. Um, turnips. I never tried a turnip. I want to try a turnip. Wait, this is definitely one of the ones where I've had this pickled. I think at like izakaya and different restaurants in Japan, like Japanese restaurants where we have like the pickles where it's like whatever vegetable they have, they pickle it. I've had it there for sure. Um, do you like tomatoes if it's like other things, like a sandwich? No, I don't even like a tomato on a sandwich. Ugh, I don't. One of my friends has like she says she asked me she was like, "Oh, Mitsuha, do you want to see a picture of my garden?" She always talks about her garden. I was like, "Sure. I'll see a picture of your garden." She showed me her garden, and it's like the size of like it's a farm. It's not a garden. I had to tell her. I said, "That's not a garden." I said, "That's a farm. You have a farm at your house." Um, yeah. So one day she gave me a tomato. She said, "Oh, Mitsuha, I know you don't like tomatoes, but eat this one. These tomatoes are so good." And I guess I made a really weird face because everyone was laughing when I ate the tomato. I didn't like the tomato. Um, turnip. Turnip. Is it turnip? I want to eat a turnip. Well, again, I think I've had them pickled. So we'll say they're probably good. We'll say a turnip is probably low A or maybe it's B. I was ASF. ASF? I don't know what an ASF is. It's a new one for me. I'm gonna learn a new vocabulary. I'm gonna learn a new abbreviation. We'll stick turnips here, probably. I don't know. I'll assume they're I don't know. No, I should probably be honest. I should probably be totally fair and put it there just because I don't know and I don't want to put it somewhere it shouldn't be. A yam is another one. I've never eaten a yam. I was oh AFK maybe is that what we're looking for? So I may have missed some things. Either way, you're okay. You're good. You didn't miss too much. Um, but if you know what a yam is, you can help me out. Ads. Oh, ads. I really want to find out how we can because again, Old Man Arushi gifted 5 subs to the community, and so I want to find out how to give those to people. Um, so that would be so cool. Yam love. Is a yam good? People say a yam's like a sweet potato, don't they? Or is that a something else that they see as like a sweet potato? But a yam is good. A good yam, we like the yam. Is it like a sweet potato? Could we probably put it with sweet potato? Would that work? Are they similar? Or am I thinking of something else that people say is like a sweet potato? It's like a sweet potato, I believe. Okay. See, they look fairly different, but I've also heard that, so I'll take your word for it. Um, oh, we're finishing vegetables, and then we can move on to one of the other tier lists. Uh, it took way longer than I thought it would. I didn't think we'd be rating vegetables for an hour and a half. That's insane. Zucchini. I've never had just a zucchini. But again, my friend that has not a garden but a farm makes insanely good zucchini bread, which is like a dessert. A zucchini, I don't think of like a as like a I just think of it like as a vegetable. It almost looks like a cucumber, but a zucchini is also a squash, fun fact. But the zucchini bread is like a dessert. It's so good. It's sweet. Uh, yams. It is an actually good sweet potato. Yams are like a sweeter sweet potato, so good with butter and or marshmallows. Okay, hold on. We're gonna put yams over sweet potatoes then. I'll take your guys' word for it. There's also carrot cake too. That's true. See, carrots I know are sweet though, so like that one doesn't shock me. I forgot about carrot cake though. But those are S, so that's good. Um, thank you for reminding me because I love carrot cake. Zucchini bread goes hard. Zucchini is okay, but not that good, but okay. See, because I like zucchini bread, I've never tried anything other than zucchini bread. I'll at least say it's A. Um, because that zucchini bread is so good. Carrot cake is S for real. Yeah, carrot cake is amazing. Here we go. Here's our full tier list. I'm actually gonna we are gonna take a picture of this. I'm gonna screenshot this and There, we've got a picture of my vegetable tier list because I have friends who are like, "Oh, Mitsuha, you don't like vegetables. You're so picky." I'm gonna literally pull out this picture and show people. Really? I ranked vegetables. I think I like them. I think I'm gonna blow people's minds. They're gonna ask, "Why did you rank vegetables?" And most people don't know that I do this. So I'm not gonna drop my secrets and tell them what I do on the internet. Um, but I'll just tell them I ranked vegetables because I felt like it. Some friends and I wanted to rank vegetables, and that's the truth. Um, so now we've done it. People will try zucchini in a pan as slices, maybe dip them in ranch or blue cheese. Oh, blue cheese, it's moldy. Don't do that. Um, that's crazy. Here, oh wait, we can share this on Twitter. Ooh, I might have to do that later. I might have to come back to this. Not a mushroom guy, huh? Poor mushrooms. Well, the mushrooms are down here because, well, no, I don't like mushrooms generally. It's a texture thing. I don't like the texture of mushrooms generally. Down here is never tried, so I've never tried button mushrooms to my knowledge. Enoki, maybe I've tried, but I don't know if I've tried it. It's like, unless it's like, I know shiitake really well, but if it's a mushroom that's not shiitake, I don't know what I'm eating. So I don't know which ones I have or haven't tried, which ones I have or haven't liked. Morel, I know people really like in America, I think, and I think it's like really expensive. Um, so it looks really cool, but I've never had it, I don't think. I'm home now. Okay, welcome back. We just finished vegetables, so like, here's our vegetable tier list. Um, Here I'll click on. Hold on, let me move this there. Now you can see the whole vegetable tier list. There we go. Also, Old Man Adushi, you gifted those subs, so I was wondering how does that work? Um, because it said it gifted them to the community. I don't know what that means. Because like, is there a way like if that's like just a thing that can go to anyone? Is there a way that I have to do something to like give it to some of the people here? Because we've got like a lot of OGs here right now that I think would appreciate that, but I don't know how any of that works. 5 lucky people got subs. Oh, it chooses randomly to like 5 random followers. They're automatically dispersed to people, but they are more likely to go to people who watch you. Oh, I hope you guys got. I hope it. I want to say I hope all you guys got them. I don't know if that works like that. Man, if not all of you guys got them, I hope at least some of you did. That'd be so cool. I don't know from the other side yet. Okay, so the next tier list. Do we want to do the other 3 ideas I had for tonight are Nintendo game consoles, Pokemon, mainline Pokemon games, or animals. Which one do we want to do next? I'm open to any. I think we can probably do one or two more at least. We can probably do two more at least. Um, Maybe three, depending on how quickly it goes. But this is the vegetable tier list, so yeah, we've got some vegetables. It's a good day. Nintendo game consoles? Yeah, 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 yeah. Wait, is that if that's a request, we can do sleeping emoji. What? Oh. I was like, is that so boring? Animals. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh. See, I dig your Nintendo consoles, but we have two animals now. There was an animals one I was looking at earlier, and again, we can do both. So we'll start with animals, then we'll do Nintendo consoles. Um, Animals. And I hope you have opinions. This will be fun. Looks like you're using an ad. I am using an ad blocker. How'd you know? Oh wait, no, it was specifically going to be animals I could take in a fight. That's right. Because there were so many like broad animal things. I was like, what animal thing do I want to do? There's so many animals. Um, and so wait, was this the thing I saw earlier? No, this was not. This is a different one. Because I was like, there's so many animals. Here, let's close this for a second so we can go back. Um, there were so many animals, but I couldn't find just like, okay, well, here, maybe this one works. See, that's not a whole lot of animals. Um, oh, I don't want to hit the wrong button. What is it? We should do a animals. I like them. Oh wait, oh my gosh, there's so many. Okay. Oh, my thing just reset. Okay. Um, Nintendo consoles will probably be a lot quicker though if you want to do that first. Animals, I like them. They are cool. Fun fact, dolphins get high from pufferfish that's found. This is true. Okay, that's so much better. We should do a drug tier list and rate them after we try them. Oh yeah, we could do that someday. Um, Animals you could take in a fight is so good. An ant. Yes. Okay, so here, we'll find this then. Um, where did I see it earlier? Animals I could take in a fight. Is this the one that I looked at? This is. Some of these are on here twice. Most of them are not. Um, all right, chat. Animals I could take in a fight. So is that a no? No, I said we could do that. I don't. Um, honey badger is going to batter you up. He probably would. Dolphins. Um, the first one we've got is an ostrich. I don't know if you know, an ostrich is terrifying. Um, yeah, animals I could take in a fight. An ostrich is terrifying. Um, these are so buff. These are like super buff, huge birds. Um, it probably kills me. I'd body it. You would. Um, you most likely kill me. Yeah. Okay. Well, see. Okay. Here's the thing. Let's establish this before we answer anything. How much am I allowed to prepare for this fight? Like, obviously, I can't bring a gun. Just like, come on. I can beat any animal with a gun. Um, but like, can I choose what I'm wearing? Like, do I get to wear semi-protective stuff, or is this just like a, if I'm walking down the street on a random day, the animal shows up and says, "Hey, I'm fighting you," and I just have to fight it in like random normal stuff. That's probably what I would guess it is. Yeah, that's probably fair. That's what we should go for. Um, the ostrich is probably gonna kill me. Um, cobra. uh, I've got some experience with snakes. Um, it's uh, I have the advantage, I think. Scroll up real quick. I think there's a blurb about the fight rules. Oh, is there? Is there? Is there? Oh, wait, wait, wait. Is it up here? Oh, animals. I see. Animals that would rock my ass. That's S, S. I did not say the A word. I realized that sounded like it. Um, yeah, spur of the moment, hand to hand, stick in a piece of bark. That's fun. If not, I say you can't prepare. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll say it's random. Um, Never mind. I found a different one that has the rules. Oh, see, I'm gonna assume it's just like a spur of the moment thing, like they were saying, like you guys were saying. Um, a cobra. I could beat a cobra. Am I gonna die also? Maybe. It's all about, can I get around getting bit? Also, how bite proof is my normal stuff? Um, I don't know. I could probably bite through my normal clothes, I think. Solid snake? Personally, I'd body it. Yeah, well, you'd body most of these, I bet. Um, what do we better have a pint of vodka on standby? Okay, well, 'cause see, the other thing is when a venomous snake bites, there's like a 20% chance, I think it is, that it's a dry bite, which means it's a bite with no venom, that it didn't inject anything, because it takes a lot of energy to save its venom, and so a lot of times they don't use it if they don't have to. So there's like a 20% chance that your bite is safe. I don't want to gamble with those odds. Um, or just grab it and fling it. Right? If you can, yeah, if you can be careful. Yeah, I think it's a fair fight. So it can go either way. If I'm really good with how I'm doing it, we could grab it. We could, you know, bite it on the neck before it gets you. Yeah, I could bite the cobra. So I think I could fight a cobra. There's a lot of potential for it to go wrong, but I think I could still do decently. So we'll say it's a fair fight. Um, an alligator, obviously. Moving on. A rabbit, no. Um, I've alligators. I've sat on alligators. I've eaten alligators. I've killed them. No, I can't beat an alligator. No, 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 that's right. Do you guys know what the death roll is? Where like an alligator, if it's in the water with its prey, it'll like grab on, and an alligator has like one of the craziest bite forces. Um, it'll bite down as hard as it can. It just spins and shreds whatever it is, depending on if it's in the water. It is easy. Yeah, I learned it from them. It drowns them. Yeah, I'm very much afraid of crocodilians. Crocodilians are insane. The one thing is, you can hold their mouth shut effortlessly. You just got to get in a headlock and death roll. I could. Um, you can hold their mouth shut effortlessly. They put all their strength into closing. Opening, if its mouth is closed and you can get your hands around it, you can still hold its mouth closed. But from there, what am I doing? How am I killing this thing? How am I beating it in a fight? I'm not. Even if I can hold its mouth closed, I can't defeat this thing. It's a freaking dinosaur tank. I'm probably out of luck. A rabbit, easy. I mean, come on, I've played Minecraft. I harvest these things for leather sometimes. Hold on, what do we see? Oh, like alligators can't open their mouth if there was a rubber band on it. Uh, they can. Well, I'm pretty sure they can, but the reason they'll put rubber bands on it is because, like, at reptile shows and stuff, they're legally required to have the mouth bound, and so people will put a rubber band on it just to say, "Oh, look, it's bound." From what I understand, I think it could open it. It's just, those ones are so tamed and docile because they've been as domesticated as an alligator can be. There's really not a risk with them generally. It's harder to open than to close. Yes, it is. The rabbit is the most deadly rabbit known to man. I know him IRL. The killer rabbit from Minecraft. Um, I still think. See, to quote a dude in chat, I won't say who. I'd body him. A hippo. Yeah, I see a rabbit. I will turn this creature into a fine red mist. Yeah, like that one person with your cousin or whoever with the frogs and the shovel. A hippo has the strongest bite force of any land creature. They will kill me. Hippos are, they look cute. Baby hippos especially are freaking adorable. That guy might be onto something. Hippos are terrifying. A coyote. Hippos are incredibly aggressive. They are so dangerous. Um, a coyote is another one. It's like a wolf, but small. I think I could. I don't know. It's either I have the advantage or I most likely kill them. 'Cause, like a coyote, they're not huge. If not friend, why friend shaped? Hippos are easy to beat. Don't say that, skunk. That's not. I want to watch you beat a hippo. Yeah, like a coyote is the size of a small. It's like not a big dog even. It's smaller than like a German Shepherd. So they're not huge. Um, Ozempic the hippo. What? I thought he a hippo. You guys are still on the hippo. You two. Can we have you two like fight a hippo in a cage match? Can I arrange this? I'd watch it. Um, for a coyote, yeah, I'd beat a coyote. It's 1v1. Coyotes are fine, but normally it's the whole pack. Yeah, I'm assuming it's 1v1 though. I probably kill a coyote. That's easy because like legitimately, I could kick that thing. I could kick that thing. I've been giving them roids. Well, don't do that. That's not fair. I didn't get roids. Is this a hyena? I'm assuming that's a hyena, right? Hold on. Let's zoom in on it. Uh, that's a hyena, right? Its face is gone, but this is a hyena. We're gonna assume it's a hyena. If that's the case, I can't probably beat a hyena. I don't think I could. That is okay. Is it a 1v1 or does it get the pack? No, 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 this is a 1v1. I don't get a pack of humans. You can say humans are pack animals. I don't have you guys, I don't have all of chat helping me fight the animals. So the animals are on their own too. Um, a duck? I actually really want to try eating duck. Um, so I've got to. I could kill a duck. Is a goose on here, by the way? A goose is not on here. Well, because I always tell people with a goose, it's like geese are so aggressive. They have such attitudes. They don't realize their necks are the perfect handles. Pick it up by two-hand its neck, pick it up upside down, swing it around a bunch, and just throw it or slam it on the. Could take a goose. I've thought about this. Like, not that I would, but like if I consider geese sometimes and how they act, and it's like, why do they have that? They don't deserve the ego they have. You'd have the advantage at least with the hyena. Really? Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a duck. I was just thinking of geese because geese also have long necks. He has a longish neck. It's like I could still one hand this duck's neck and like swing him around a bit. Um, you think I'd have an advantage with a hyena? I don't know. At the very least, the hyena has the advantage. I think. A bald eagle. Chat. I saw. I swear that's a goose. It's is it? Oh no, that might be a goose. Either way. I've got those. I can take that. Um, a bald eagle. Chat, I saw a bald eagle once in person, fairly up close one of my time when I was yeah, I was in America and I saw a bald eagle, which is like the most American thing. Oh no, that's the wrong spot. And like it's enormous. Like it was almost as big as me. I won't mess with a bald eagle. It's illegal. Oh, that's that too. Um, several of these are probably illegal to kill. But like that's dangerous and he's almost as big as me. I'm not gonna do that. Bear? No, screw me. I'm dead, chat. You guys are invited to my funeral. This dude kills me. 100%. Uh, capybara? The coconut doggy? Um, is a capybara dangerous? The only biggest bird, in my opinion, is an albatross. The albatross is so cool. Or I really like the shoebill stork. The shoebill stork looks amazing. A capybara, is this dangerous? I think I kill him. I think I kill the capybara. They're little tanks. I don't know if I see. I guess I should also specify. I'm trained in. I won't say what. Perhaps. I guess I could, but I've trained in several different like martial arts forms and stuff, unarmed with weapons and stuff. I guess this is unarmed, but like I'm trained to fight. Like I know what I'm doing, and so like even if he's a little tank, come on. Like I could rock this dude's world. I don't doubt that. Sorry, little capybara, I don't want to rock your world, but if I've got to, we're going. I'm gonna be Mike Tyson or something. I'm reminded of the capybara song. Oh, there's a song. Not only do you have to deal with a rhino, there's a second rhino. Right? Um, yeah, how's that look? Yeah, that's probably fair. No. They both kill me. What? Holy Dark Souls fight. Yeah. Um, it would be. This is literally a tank that breathes. How do you fight this thing? And it's got a crazy horn. It's got two horns sometimes. Like, what? Or not a unicorn. A rhino is bizarre. I don't want to fight a rhino. I also love rhinos. I think they're super cute. I just feel so bad. Granted, I think most of these are cute. Um, these are so cute. My friend loves seals. Surely not Danny, who watches the stream sometimes. He freaking loves these. I love that you called him a unicorn. I didn't mean to. Um, I was thinking about how he has one horn. Um, but my friend absolutely loves seals, and they are some of the cutest things alive. With that said, yeah, I killed him. Easily, I think I could kill a seal. The only thing is, like, he's super fat, and so he probably absorbs my hits fairly well. Um, but still, ultimately, I think I could kill a seal. No problem. Uh, deer? Yeah, isn't it is like a whole sport around killing deer. That said, if we're unarmed, a deer is really big, and can't they like rear up on their hind legs and like hit you and stuff? Or like if it's a buck especially. This picture's a buck. I will die. If we're talking a leopard seal, I think it would be a different story, or an elephant seal. Are those like the really big ones? That would be iffy. Um, here, okay, I don't know what kind of a cat this is. There's no such thing as a oh, there's no such thing as a black panther. People talk about a black panther a lot, but and Skunk will get this. Panther just means big cat. It's a classification for a family of many species of big cat. So any big cat is a panther. So this isn't a black panther. Right, it is, but like I don't know what specific animal it is. Deer take a car or a bullet to kill. Think about that. That's what I was thinking, but like if I'm unarmed, I'm just walking around. I don't have a car or a gun in this situation. If you're not careful on the road, could kill you. That's also true. Deer are some of the stupidest things ever, though. They are such stupid animals. Um. Oh wait, guys. I've pet some deer. If I go to, oh, I feel so bad for this. I could kill the deer. Um, You guys should go. I'm impressed by your animal knowledge, Mitsuha. Well, see, my dad loves animals, and so growing up, I basically had Animal Planet as a father. And so I've learned a lot from him. And I love animals. Okay, so but with deer specifically, I'm thinking Nara or Itsukushima, which both have very friendly deer. I've not been to Nara, but I've been to Itsukushima several times, and the deer there are so friendly. They'll just walk up to you. You can pet them. You're not supposed to, but you can feed them. Sometimes they'll steal your stuff, and you have to like chase them and get it back. They feel like petting zoo goats, by the way. You should touch the antlers. It's a really weird feeling. It feels like you should not touch it. It's really weird. Do it. But like those deer are entirely depends on if it has antlers or not. That's yeah. Uh, with that, like these deer that I'm thinking of at Enoshima and or not Enoshima, Itsukushima and Nara, hands down, I could take that thing. Um, what you do is they're so friendly, they don't expect anything from you. It's a buck or a deer. We'll say deer. I want to win. You're petting it, you walk up behind it, take two hands, and it's gone. Maybe it bites your fingers in that process, but you still beat that deer. These are also smaller deer than like I think what they have in America. So like, but I don't. It depends on the situation, I guess. A deer, I don't know. I would say fair fight because like the Japanese deer, oh, I win hands down. American deer, they probably win. So it depends whose deer we're talking about. There's treats you can buy for yeah, yeah, yeah. They'll kick the living soul out of you. Not the Japanese deer, not the deer that I know. I've never touched an American deer, but like the Japanese deer are much smaller, and like I could take those. You could take those, but not that like. And most people that are like able-bodied and somewhat fit could take a Japanese deer. I think, but I've never tried fighting one, so maybe they get really crazy. Um, what is this? It's some kind of primate. Oh no, it's just Kevin. Uh, primate probably beats my butt. American deer get big. They do. American deer I wouldn't want to fight. They're still super stupid, but they're really big. Um, he probably kills me. He's just like, hey, that's me. Yeah, you'd probably kill me. You're just like a really big, muscly, humanoid looking thing. Yeah, I'd die. I've seen 12-point bucks, the most I've seen. That's crazy. Who took that pick? Uh, I did. A giraffe? I can't even get to its level. I can't fight that. It probably kills me. How do I fight that? Do I just trip it? Is it like the AT-ATs in Star Wars? I have to like wrap the cable around, knock it down. 'Cause like I can't get up there. Um, I can't fight that thing. A coyote, or no, that's not a coyote. This is a wolf. Shadow of the Colossus. That would be Shadow of the Colossus. That's like the African equivalent of Shadow of the Colossus. A wolf. Okay, so I said earlier I could probably kill a coyote. A wolf probably kills me, I think. I don't think I have good odds against a wolf. Um, Even solo, like pack, I'm definitely dead. Primate, if it overpowers you, may beat you and eat you. Yeah, yeah, no, they might eat me. Yes, and so like I won't. I would lose against wherever we put him here. Um, a wolf, I also think I lose against. No thanks. We've got a penguin. Penguins, yeah, I could beat them, but it would be sad because another fun fact about animals. Penguins don't see like penguins are the only bipedal, meaning they walk on 2 feet, animal in their whole habitat, like the South Pole. They're the only bipedal animals there, or it's the North Pole. I can't remember which one. And so, whenever penguins see humans, they think humans are weird penguins because they've never seen anything else that walks on 2 feet, and so they assume that we are strange penguins, which is like really cute and wholesome. Uh, but yeah, that weird penguin's about to kick his absolute butt. This is what is this? This is a cheetah? That's a cheetah, right? This is gonna surprise some people. Legitimately, I kill a cheetah. Like we've joked, we say funny things. That's a cheetah. Okay, good. We joke, we say I'll body the rhino, I'll take the hippo. Legitimately, just about every person in this chat kills the cheetah. Because a cheetah is not a panther. A cheetah is a feline. A cheetah is it's the same family as house cats, from what I understand. It's the biggest house cat. family. But they don't roar. They can't roar. They meow and they purr, which is great. Um, they are fairly weak, and it's like you could easily overpower it. The only reason they don't typically go up to humans is because they're afraid that you're gonna steal their prey. And so they avoid humans because they think we're gonna compete and we're gonna take their food from them. But whenever they do come around humans, generally they're super cuddly. They like to be pet. They'll just follow you and hang out with you and be chill. So like, yeah, they consider us cute. So do elephants. Maybe we'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. Uh, but yeah, so like you could take a cheetah in a fight. I don't. I think we think of them as like lions and tigers, but no, they're you could take a cheetah. They're basically domesticated. They're like right on the edge. This guy, on the other hand, this looks like a leopard. He'll kill me. No thanks. It's funny, if you think of like house dogs and house cats, the dogs are definitely more terrifying. But when you get to like big dogs and big cats, I think the big cats are definitely way scarier. This thing would annihilate me, and it wouldn't even be cool. This guy's also right up there. He'd annihilate me too. These dudes would like both kill me. I'd be gone. Um, a moose? A moose kills me. I've never seen a moose in person, but AI? Who's AI? This dude? This is not AI. Just don't run. From a moose? But if I have to fight it, I have to either I have to win and it dies, or it has to win and I die. I've never seen a moose in person, but I've seen pictures of like moose that are in like Canada, and those get like I was almost terrified when I saw how big they get. I didn't know that there were land animals that big. It's like it looked fake, but then when I found out it was real, like it was almost scary how big the moose was. Um, what is this? What's this dude? Oh, that's a puma, a mountain lion. That's the big cat that America has. Um, eh, I don't know. Could I? I think it probably beats me, if I'm being honest. I think the puma probably beats me. Moose are very territorial. Yeah, I don't want to fight a moose. A puma, it has the advantage. They're also not enormous. They're like big, but like for panthers, they're small panthers. Look up a puma. Are they smaller than I'm thinking even? Hold on, we're gonna look up a puma here. Size? We're gonna get there eventually. Eventually, we're gonna find what we're looking for. Um, okay. Oh, he's pretty big though. They are massive. See the muscles? Okay, they're bigger than I thought. That's crazy. No, this looks big. Like, look how big he is compared to that human. That's a big cat. Um, where's like my house cat? Oh, that doesn't zoom in that. Okay. That's crazy. Okay, lion, tiger, leopard, jaguar. Okay. Yeah. So we probably don't want to fight him. Um, he probably wins. I would say so. Where did we stick him? Yeah, they have the advantage. He probably kills me. A goat? This is a mountain goat. They're really good at climbing and jumping. Minecraft, they jump really high, so that's probably in real life they jump that high too. Uh, he would ram me. In Minecraft, he rams me off mountains. Cats are like, if they were bigger than you, they'd probably eat you. Yeah, 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 in a lot of cases. I think this goat might have the advantage just because it looks really muscly, and I think he'd ram me. And if he rams me, I'm impaled. I'm dead. I'm gonna bleed out from that, probably. So we'll put him there. Like freaking Harambe over here is gonna lose. Duh. They already killed him once. If they can do it, I can do it. Sorry, buddy. Just kidding. I'm unarmed. But no, I'd feel so bad too. I like gorillas are so cool. I would love to like be friends with a gorilla. I think that'd be awesome. Ghost Simulator for the win. Oh yeah, Ghost Simulator is so cool. And Ghost Simulator 3, which is the second game. Oh man. But yeah, gorillas are so cool. I'd love to be friends with a gorilla. That would be so fun. A bobcat. I think I have the advantage. No, yeah, I kill a bobcat. It's slightly bigger than a Maine Coon, which is a house cat. That's the most honorable boxing match. Yeah, the gorilla would smoosh me into paste. Yes, he would. I'd be dead. He's up there for sure. A bobcat is slightly bigger than like a Maine Coon house cat, and I've had a Maine Coon before. I could fight that. I could fight my house cat. Sometimes I tell her I'm gonna. She meows too much. And so sometimes I tell her I'm gonna fight her. I haven't fought her yet. We'll do it someday. We'll do like I'll have to train her. It'll be cool. Um, but it would be like this. I could take this. I could take my cat. A vulture or a buzzard. I don't know if those are the same thing. This is one of them. Yeah, my cat and I, we're gonna throw down Sliver. It's okay. She's a black belt. I fight my cat. She might kick my butt. No. Gotta give him a good left and right combo, and then go for the uppercut for the KO. A vulture can be really aggressive. It's also a huge bird, and he can fly. This might come as a surprise. I can't fly. I can ride an airplane that flies. I can ride a helicopter that flies. I can jump and flap my arms and be airborne for like 4 seconds. Um, but I can't fly. I know it's sad. Oh, hold on, my webcam's moving. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that didn't mess me up. But yeah, I probably can't beat that. What is it called? A panda. These things, I've seen them in person. We had them at the Ueno Zoo in Tokyo, and well, unfortunately, China took them back. We might be getting them back. I think I've heard, but I can't remember. I haven't been there in however long that's been. I haven't been there since we lost our pandas, but I saw the pandas there at one point, and bamboo is really big and bamboo is really tough. I've seen these guys just pick up bamboo and eat it, bite through it like it's nothing. Like they bite it like it's celery. Um, so yeah, Poe's gonna kill me. Oh yeah, and they know Kung Fu. Jack Black over here is gonna annihilate me. On the other hand, brother, what are you doing? You trash. We went from the panda to the trash panda. Uh, the raccoon, he might give me rabies, but I'm gonna kill him first. Uh, yeah, he's going down. What kind of a dog is this? Is this? It's not a Rottweiler. Is that a Rottweiler? Is this what a Rottweiler is? I can't remember what a Rottweiler is. Is that what this is, or what's this dog? He's like brown and black and fairly muscly. Um, could I beat that? I don't know. That's a Rottweiler. Okay. I'd say he probably has the advantage. It's like on one hand, I want to say it's a freaking dog. I can beat that. But then I think of how like the cops use dogs, and those dogs win fights against people all the time, and so it's like maybe I'm overestimating my own capabilities and I can't fight a dog. But then a lot of those people are probably also on substances and stuff, and so maybe that's why they lose. Um, but like, could I take a Rottweiler in a fight? I don't know. Oh, oh, え誰これ今は日本語だっけで喋れる。わかった。それで今は、2時5分やから、これでいいよ。じゃあ、これと戦ったら私が全然勝てないと思う。やばい。それで、そうそうそう。タイムはないけど、うん、そう、やってる、やってる。誰もそう分かってないけど、そう、あと5分にはまた英語を喋れるけど、まずはね、この犬と戦ったら私絶対持ってるんでしょ？そう、多分、こっちがいいかもね。私、そうそうそうそうそう。そういうこといつやね。やで、そうそうそう。そう。私もそう思ってるけど、まだそう分かってないね。こいつはすっごいよ。実はね、私もちろんオーストラリアに行ったことないけど、ある動物園で、あの、動物園。そう、動物園ではね、それ、アメリカの動物園やったんでしょ。そこでは、このカンガルーと一緒に、歩けるところがあって、私が、家族とこのカンガルーと一緒に、散歩をしてた。すごい可愛かったけど、 まあ、ちゃんと見たら、こいつはすっごい強いよ。あの、絶対私殺せるよ。それで、こいつと、全然戦いたくない。まあ、ごめんなさいね。オーストラリアの動物はすごい怖い。いつでもなんか、オオーストラリアから来たら、ほとんどいつも危ないんでしょう。危なくてでかい。へへ。そういう動物しかいない。それで、こいつも絶対私のこと殺す。サメでしょ。サメはね、まあ、サメなら、花に戦ったら、あ、ちょっと待って。みんなタイプしてる。カンガルーはすっごい強い。そうでしょ。そうそうそう。カンガルージャックは見たことある一回見たと思う。子供の時は見たと思う。それで、キックもできたり、これもすごい長い。そうそうそうそうそう。素晴らしいことをしています。そういうことはしていないけど、ありがとうございます。でもね、サメなら、サメの鼻を叩いたら、なんていう、それ、死ぬわけやないけど、まあ、そしたら、どうなるか覚えてないけど、鼻に叩けたらいいけど、多分そういうことはできないね。水の中にいるから、えっと、まあ、すごい危ない。えっと、そういうことか。えっと、サメは、なんていう、どうやってそう説明できるかわかんない。でもそしたら、動けないようになる。それもいいかもけど、まあ、水の中やから、サメは絶対私よりもっと動ける。それで、私はそんなによく、あの、なんていうそれ流れないかも。そう思う。そうそうそうそうそう。そういうこともあるんでしょう。そう。でもそれも無理。全然戦いたくないよ、こいつと。まあ、多分私殺すんでしょ。でもね、いろんな、なんか、それ戦ってるわけじゃないけど、まあ、説明できないと思う。こいつか。牛やない、これ。やばいよ。そうそうそう、そう分かってるけど、まだ私絶対負けると思う。多分これは、すっごいよ。この牛。この牛、すっごいよ。うん。こいつも絶対私殺せるんでしょ。やばいよ。8888。何それ？ 8888。こいつなら、多分私殺すんでしょ。そう、もう。まあ、ここはいいか。多分私殺せるんでしょ。そう、そうそう、ここでいいと思う。次の、馬。もうそうい、こう言ったけど、先にはこう言ったけど、私、馬の肉を食べたことある。the time is up. Oh, that was it was fun, but I don't know how that was for you guys. Um, in a way I could take out a bull. They're so thick. Yeah, he's freaking huge. I think he'd probably kill me. Um, there he is. I wondered how long it would be before someone claims that redeem. I'm I'm kind of thrilled to see that it came up today. That was a fun one. I was happy when I don't know if I had that idea or someone gave that idea to me. That sounded like a fun one. I'm glad people enjoyed it. But yeah, a bowl I would definitely lose to, I think. Yeah, we could probably move him. A horse. I was saying I'd eaten horse. I've eaten horse, and so, we could put him there. But a horse is also really strong. I don't think I could take a horse. You did great. I did great. I don't know that I really did anything, but thank you. Um, it was fun. I like Old Man Ardushi's idea. There are live subtitles. I've said before the reason I don't want to do live subtitles is because if I'm able to speak Japanese and English, which I can, then I feel like I shouldn't have an AI or a thing do it for me. because then I'm being like inauthentic to the people watching that only speak one language or the other. It's like I feel like I should actually be doing both. But I guess if we've got to redeem like that, then live subtitles would be good, specifically for when we're using that redeem. That would be good. Um, but a turkey. You guys know turkeys can fly? I didn't know turkeys could fly. Until earlier this year, I learned that. I saw an albino turkey once, and that was so cool. Turkeys are so cool. Um, I think I kill a turkey though, right? He's also got like the whole his neck's long enough to be a handle, sort of a thing. So I think I could beat a turkey. That's not a difficult one. And then what do we got? Another penguin. Fun fact about me, I raised turkeys. Really? Did you ever fight them? Does this seem like, as someone who's raised them, does this seem like an accurate spot? Do you think I could kill a turkey? I've heard horse is good, but I also hear horse is terrible if it's prepared improperly. I had it in Osaka, and it was good. Um, I think most people take this stuff pretty seriously, in Japan, so I probably wouldn't have to worry too much. But I also know, can you eat horse in America? Can you legally eat horse in America? Is that allowed, or is it just really frowned upon? Um, don't you dare hurt that penguin. Well, I mean, like I don't want to hurt the penguin, but we have to fight each other, I guess. And again, like he thinks I'm a weird penguin. What's he gonna do? I could kick his butt. If I have to, I can. I don't want to. You based hedge, they look like they can be aggressive. Yeah, you could definitely take on a turkey. They get pretty big, but like most birds, they have fragile bones and necks. Oh yeah, I forgot bird bones are hollow. Let them win. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I could kill him. Maybe I'd let him win. They're so cute. I love penguins. They're so cool. I actually had more aggression from roosters and geese. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I think we were talking earlier about geese are so dumb. They have such egos. It annoys me. They don't deserve the egos they have. This dude, uh, let me kill myself. I'll end my life much more peacefully than this dude will. You can't hurt happy feet. Goose ego. Yeah, this dude will rip my face off and like pull me limb from limb. Let me take myself out of this. He doesn't even have, this dude just looks terrifying. That's what I look like now, a more recent pic. Yeah. Wow. I don't want to fight him. That would no. He's pure muscle. No, thank you. Wow. I don't know. I think it's frowned upon. Native Americans would sometimes eat horses. Okay. Maybe you can eat a horse in America. You should try it. A gazelle? No, he's gonna impale me too. Probably. He probably impales me. Um, yeah, like look at those big antlers. It's also like really big like a deer. And so I think I would have all the same problems with him that I would have with an American deer. And the only reason the American deer isn't up here is because if it's a Japanese deer, I beat it. It's easy. Elephant. Ooh, these are terrifying. If you're on their bad side. I've ridden an elephant before. I remember as a kid, the thing that surprised me most about an elephant when I rode it was that it had hair. I didn't know an elephant had hair as a little kid. Um, but they're so cool. Elephants are such gentle giants. They can be dangerous. They can be aggressive if they need to be, but a lot of times they're very fairly gentle. They're very smart. And we talked earlier. I mentioned how you've ridden an elephant. That's dope. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, my grandma and I rode an elephant. It was so cool. She still remembers it. Um, but the elephants, I mentioned that they think humans are cute. Elephants, when elephants look at humans, their brains react the same way that human brains react when we see puppies. So like elephants think that we're cute, which is freaking awesome. I love to know that we're cute in the eyes of this epic dude. Like, how could you not love this? Like, look at it. It's so cute. Like, an elephant's cool. Who doesn't love an elephant? And he's got like a big, long hand arm nose that shoots water. How cool. Um, Up next. Oh my gosh, a wild boar. We have these in Japan. There are a lot of like woods or like temples and things, shrines in the woods and stuff that you can go to. And they will have signs warning you that these are in the area, and you have to be careful because they can kill you. Granted, I think they probably have the advan Eh, yeah, it's a warhog. Yeah, yeah, that's the word. Um, where do I put this? I don't know. Could I? He has an advantage, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I have an advantage. I don't know. Like, we have all the signs warning about them, and so I think in my mind I've always just assumed that they're dangerous because we have all the signs. Um, but A, I've never actually seen one. I've only seen the signs. And B, I don't know how strong they are or anything, so maybe I could take him. Pumbaa? Yeah, it's like Pumbaa. Probably on the same level as the boar in deadliness. Yeah, yeah. Um, again, like, well, I don't know how much my martial arts training would come in handy against animals. That's not really what those were designed for. But like, I can fight. It's like maybe I could take this. Like, he's not big enough for me to think I'm instantly out. I think I could take him. I might get a little hurt in the process, but I think I'd win. But it would be, I don't know. We'll put it right in the middle. That's probably fair. Pitbull, not the music guy, but the dog. Um, I've got a big dog, and he kind of looks like a pit bull. I think he's an American Bulldog boxer mutt or something. Love that dude. Um, I played, well, mine's not a pit bull, so I guess it's not one to one. I play tug of war with mine, and he's super muscly, but I can still manhandle him. Uh, People are like, "Oh, he's so strong. He's letting you win," and I can tell you, no, he's not letting me win. I promise. What? I've got to get rid of that background noise. Oh man, so that doesn't play over it. Wait, that wasn't supposed to play over it. The for the stream means I need to concentrate on finishing a D&D shoot. What is this? Whoa, someone just followed. Oh no, I can't read that. I can't read what it says, but thank you. Whoever just followed and joined, welcome. Thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying whatever. Right now we're talking about what animals we can fight. This is a pretty random spot to join. Ezra, hello, hello. Good to have you. I love your Pichu picture. That's awesome. Um, I don't know. Can I fight a pit bull? I think it's also a fair fight, maybe. I guess it would be a bit different from playing tug of war with my dog, but a tiger. This is what we finished with. Yeah, you definitely came at a weird time, Azur. Azrael. After this, we're gonna be ranking. I think we decided Nintendo consoles. Uh, but for the tiger, I'll put him. Well, yeah, he definitely kills me. What? I don't even need to think about that. Oh, what did I see? So I don't want to hear the redeem. I didn't want to hear the redeem if there was supposed to be a sound. Yeah. I don't know why it played the sound. It wasn't supposed to play that sound. Um, that is really weird. Actually, yeah, no, I'll fix that later. But for now, I guess that's there. I don't know why that is. That's weird because yeah. Anyway, I just started setting that stuff up like right before the stream, so we can mess with it later. I've never had redeems, but here we go. We finished a second tier list. Here is our animals I could take in a fight. Uh, could I beat these? Yes. I could probably beat this dude. These, it could go either way. Wait, no, he shouldn't be here. What? I think we were talking about Black Panthers and I got distracted and forgot to actually rank him. Whoops. You may need to reread what I said. I don't mind if there was a sound. I just didn't hear. Oh, oh, oh. I didn't hear the redeem if there was supposed to be a sound. There was a sound effect. Yeah, there was a meme, but someone does another one. I'll see how it goes. If I need to fix it after that, I'll fix it. But I don't know. Yeah, here's animals I can take in a fight. This dude, these dudes, they be close, but I think they have a little bit of an advantage. These really don't like my odds. This, if I have my own way out, so I don't have to go through whatever they're gonna put me through, probably taking that. Um, but yeah, there we are. These are animals that I maybe could fight. So now did we? Oh wait, because it was Sliver who wanted the what was it? The Nintendo consoles. We can still do Nintendo consoles. I think that'll be a faster one. Uh, and then if we're feeling up for it, if everyone's still hanging around, then we could try to do the what was the other one? The mainline Pokemon games. Hard transition. Completely unrelated to what we were just doing. Oh look, we can have it all on view here. This is cool. Okay. Do I know all of these? I know. What is this? I don't know this, which is weird. What is that? Is that Nintendo? What is that? That's not Nintendo. Now I can't even look at it. Hold on. That's not Nintendo. I don't know what that is. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't know what this is either. Um, we got the. Is this the Game Boy? This isn't the original Game Boy. Is this the? Oh my gosh, I can't remember what this one's called. Oh, the Game Boy Light. This was like I think the Game Boy that had front lit screen. Um, I don't know. The Game Boy. I love the Game Boy. I would feel really bad putting it low. Um, I don't have to put it low. That's nice. The Game Boy was revolutionary and brought like so many important things. And so, but like it's also not insane, especially not these earlier ones. And so I'd say B, right in the middle. We can probably put that there. The 3DS, this is an instant classic. I think a lot of people kind of passed on the 3DS or they kind of ignore it because the 3D gimmick was iffy at best a lot of times. But for what it's worth, 3DS had so many good games. Like I think it's Super Mario 3D Land, which people always forget exists. Most of the Pokemon games on there were really good, minus all the cutscenes for for Sun and Moon. The Zelda remakes were pretty good for the most part. Those were awesome. There were all sorts of like visual novels. There were all sorts of I think we had yeah, we had Kirby games. S, right? Yeah. So in my opinion, the 3DS, I agree with you 100%. And then like on top of all that, you also have the backwards compatibility with the regular DS. So anything that you loved on the regular DS, it's on here. We also had like you could watch Netflix on here, you could watch YouTube, Hulu, you could watch well, Flipnote Studio was a thing. That came out in Japan first, and people made way too much adult content, and so they said, "All right, we're not releasing this in America anymore." But then eventually they decided to bring it to America anyway, and so America did get it. But that was fun. So yeah, 3DS was awesome. Also, Street Pass was so cool. You knew when people had 3DSs on them, and that's awesome. I'd be curious to put a 3DS in my pocket and walk around these days and see if I Street Pass anyone. That would be cool. Um, the Switch. I think another easy S. Um, the Switch, for better or for worse, there are good and bads to I think what the Switch did, but it really that also really revolutionized stuff. This was like the first hybrid console. Now every company wants to have like hybrid stuff. I think they saw how the Wii U was. The Wii U didn't quite do what they wanted it to do, and so this was like a better attempt at that. I think it went way better too. Like everyone and their mom loves the Switch. The Switch is like the true successor to the Wii. The Wii U exists, but like, or in the sense that how the Wii was popular, like everyone had a Wii, everyone knew the Wii. I think that's kind of what the Switch is these days. Like everyone knows the Switch, everyone loves the Switch. Um, and I think that's probably part of the reason why there are a lot of reasons people don't like the Switch too. I think one of them is like people love the Switch so much, and it's like now we have to leave the Switch behind and do something new. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's better than the 3DS though. What are we thinking, chat? Switch or 3DS? Which one of these is top for now? In the meantime, 3DS XL. No, that's the new Nintendo 3DS, right? Or is it the XL? I think that's the new one, right? Yeah. So that's just the 3DS but bigger. Obviously, that'll go up here. DS is better. You think so? All right. I don't disagree with that. And then XL, bigger is probably better in most cases. This is, oh, which DS is this? Is this the original DS? No, that's the DSi. I recognize that charger. That was the one that they started with the DSi and they carried that through the 3DS. The DSi was fun. Um, hmm. How is it S? I say A just because I love it, but it was kind of a weird in between thing. It was like between the DS Lite everyone had and the 3DS a lot of people also had. The DSi existed for like a brief while and then was like almost totally forgotten. There were only a handful of exclusive games for the DSi. I went from Nintendo DS to 3DS. I did too. I never had a DSi. I knew like three people who had a DSi. Um, I don't think I really missed anything. The big thing it had was Flipnote Studio, but eventually, again, that came to the 3DS. And so, if you never had a DSi, I don't think you really missed anything. Not a bad console by any means, but like eh, it didn't accomplish a lot, so I'll put it in B. Not bad at all, but not really crazy in one way or the other. The new 2DS XL, this was cool. We never got just a regular new Nintendo 2DS. It was the only the XL. This is so neat because I want a DSi for that alone, right? That would be cool. The 2DS XL though, the new one, I like this a lot. Um, I don't know if it's better than the 3DS. Probably not because it doesn't have the gimmick of the 3D, which can be fun, but it's bigger than the 3DS XL. I like the shape of it more, and then also I'm pretty sure it has like the customizable back plates. So like you can take the back plate off and like put a custom one on there that has like a picture of Pokemon or Mario or whatever, and that's really cool. And so I'd say that the new 2DS. I never owned one of these either, but I would probably have to put that pretty high, I would think. The Switch Lite, yeah, is this still S? Switch obviously is S. The Lite, no, it can't be the S2 because it doesn't do all the stuff that the Switch does. It's more portable, which is nice, but you can't play this on your TV, to my knowledge, unless there's some third-party thing we've come out with. Um, I've got a Lite because eventually I had to get like third-party Joy-Cons for mine because my original Joy-Cons were so bad with drift. So I got third-party ones that were bigger, but they were too big to fit in my case, and so I couldn't really bring that with me anywhere. So I got a Lite for like less than $100. Um, well, in American money, it'd be less than $100. I can't remember how much I paid in yen, but I love my Switch Lite. These days I have the two, and so I just use the two most of the time. But the Lite is really cool, and I know a lot of people who, if they never intended to play on the TV, this was great for them. It was cheaper, so the Lite is good. It can't do everything the one does, but I do like the Lite. The Game Boy Color, technically, this is the console that Pokemon was made for. You can play Pokemon on original Game Boy, like it was made with this in mind. Um, and oh my gosh, the world is better for having Pokemon in it. Um, I love the Game Boy Color. It's definitely better than the Game Boy Light. Um, there we go. I still think I don't know that it's A. I think we'll get to some A tier Game Boys before long. I don't think we've quite crossed that yet. We're getting there though. We're almost there. But for now, I think this is probably one of the top B tiers for sure. Again, B's not bad. It's kind of just in the middle. If it doesn't do anything crazy that's good or anything crazy that's bad, it'll probably go here. Uh, but I have my Game Boy Color, for instance. That's probably one of my preferred things to play Pokemon on. Still to this day, it's fairly nostalgic, and so love the Game Boy Color. That'll probably be a solid B. Um, the original 2DS. Chad, what do we think about the 2DS? I don't know. It's cool. Part of me wants one, but like, I think the big thing about it that's really weird is the design is strange. Like the whole thing with the DS was always that you could fold it. You can't fold. Well, you could probably fold this if you really tried. It's not going to work anymore. Uh, I don't know. What do we think about the 2DS? I didn't want it. Okay. B, probably? Because again, it's not bad. Um, I always thought it was stupid. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't hate the design. It's unique, and so like that's fun. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of forgettable almost. I think this next one. Hey, Mitsuha, I'm gonna get some gaming in before bed. I'll be listening though, so if you need me, I'll be here. Okay, awesome. Again, thrilled to have you back. I'm so glad. I hope you're doing much better. I hope things are going well. It, oh man, it's been awesome having you here. So I'm glad to see you back. We've got a lot to look forward to going forward, I'm sure. I think this is a Game and Watch, right? The Game and Watches are cool. Oh man, see, this could upset some people. I think it's got to go here. It's not bad. I can't put it in D, but like if we're being honest, if we're being objective, which I'd like to try to be, let's think about it. Each Game and Watch plays one game, and they're like mini games at that. It's not even like a yeah, it's a neat little gimmick. You're right, but that's all it is. It's barely even a handheld console. It does one little thing, and it does that one little thing well, granted, but I can't really give it much praise for that. It's a downgrade from anything we've seen so far. Anything, all of these, even if you don't like the 2DS, even if you don't like the Switch Lite, they can all at least play a bunch of games. This you can play one. It is a neat little gimmick. It's awesome. I love the Game and Watch. Um, but I think objectively, like if we're ranking everything, it's got to be a bit lower than the others. Up next, this is the this is the okay. So that this is the new 3DS. Okay, I thought so because the colorful buttons. This is the 3DS XL, which again, 3DS XL is automatically better than 3DS in my opinion. Although I play my I was gonna say I play my regular size one more than my XL, but I guess that's also because my regular size one is Japanese and my XL is American, and so I don't play American stuff as often. So that's probably why. Regions play a bit in that, but yeah, bigger in a lot of cases, I think is probably safe to say is better. So we'll put the XL one spot above the 3DS, but obviously it'll be up there with it. This, which Game Boy is this? Um, oh gosh, I can't even read that. What does that say? Hold on. Is that the Game Boy Pocket? I think that is the Game Boy Pocket. I can't make out what it says. It's so small. But I think that's the Game Boy Pocket, which is like the original Game Boy, but slightly smaller. Because the original Game Boy, if I don't know if you've ever seen one in person, someone probably has. They're pretty big. So this one was all about making that a better form factor so that it fits in your pocket. It is okay, good. So again, I'll put it here with the original. Oh, hold on, this is probably better than the Game Boys. Um, if we're being fair, because you can play Game Boy stuff on the 2DS. Uh, the Virtual Console's great. Uh, but see, the Pocket, yeah, it's not as good as the Light because the Light it doesn't have a light. The Light is huge. If you've played a Game Boy, you know how much you need a light. But we'll put it here. Um, Next we got the Switch OLED. Obviously, Switch OLED was a bit expensive, and then I think also the OLED came out at a weird time because like shortly after we got the OLED, everyone was like, "Oh, this is such a nice upgrade. This is amazing." And then they announced the Switch 2, which I think might be part of the reason people were so upset about that. Part of it, because we just upgraded to the OLEDs, and now we've got to get the two. Um, yeah, I never had an OLED personally. I've seen the screens. The screens look really nice. But I was one of the ones I just waited for the two, and I got the two, and so like I don't really need an OLED. I never needed one. But again, it's cool. I'm glad that exists for the people that enjoy that. I'm glad it's there. Also, the white dock and white Joy-Cons look absolutely gorgeous. No bias there. It's not like red, black, and white are my colors or anything. But that's the KMG Mitsuha colored Switch. Look at that box. That's beautiful. The NES. Obviously, I'm kidding. Kidding. We're not gonna do that. I'm not trying to get stoned today. The execution sort of stoned, not the other stoned. No, I guess I'm not doing either of those. Anyway, we're gonna the NES. Mm, I mean, yeah, A for NES. It's like it's the original. Like it's not insane, but it's the original. Move that higher. Okay, okay. Because I didn't know if people were gonna say, oh, it's just nostalgia, or it shouldn't really be. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad we think so. Because like again, yes, this up more. That's a good spot for it. Because like yes, it was the original, so there's that. But then this is also what saved video games. Like the video game market collapsed entirely, and video games weren't going to exist anymore. They died, and Nintendo, with this console, single-handedly resurrected video games. Like that's amazing. And so, compared to some of the newer consoles we have, like the Switch 2 or the Wii or whatever, it might not be the most impressive thing ever, but like we would not have any of these if it weren't for this right here. So like this is essential, so important. The regular Game Boy though, we'll just line it up with the rest of these Game Boys. This first like era of Game Boys wasn't anything crazy. Um, they were good. Again, I still love mine, but Game Boys got much better over time, and so once we get there, we'll see those jump up a little bit. But for now, yeah, again, these are gonna stick together. The GameCube, that's an easy A. I think the GameCube has aged really well. I think people still look back fairly fondly on that one. We had games like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, which is like one of the best in the whole series. We had Smash Bros. Melee, which is also one of the best in the whole series. Super Mario Sunshine, which I absolutely loved. I played that a lot as a kid. There were so many classics on this. Twilight Princess originally came out for this. I think a lot of people played it on the Wii, but that was originally a GameCube game. The Wii version is actually mirrored because of the motion controls, and they thought that Link's left-handed, but most people aren't left-handed. So instead of just making Link right-handed, they flipped the entire game. I think is what I've heard. Like the GameCube is so cool. Also, it has a handle. That's amazing. It's a cool little box. And now, Steam, Valve, Gabe is giving us the sequel. We're getting the GabeCube, and so that's exciting. But yeah, the GameCube is so cool. Um, Here we go. I said Game Boys were going to get better eventually. Yes, they did. Oh, the Game Boy Advance SP. I have one of these, kind of two. My second one's a ROM thing, but this console is one of the most nostalgic things for me. I remember in the early 2000s, these were like the coolest things ever. Before the DS existed, if you had this little folding square, oh, you were the coolest guy ever. And you were my favorite person, especially if you would let me play on yours because I didn't have one, but I really liked it. There were so many games that were so good on here. Uh, Pokemon, Mario, Zelda, random things like I remember there was a SpongeBob game that I used to play. I remember Lego Star Wars was on here in some capacity. There were so many good games. I'm charging mine right now. Good. Remind me later to send you the link to like the ROM thing I have because I have a Game Boy Advance ROM system. It's not an actual Game Boy Advance, but it looks like one. Uh, but with like a really nice backlit screen, and it can play anything from like Atari all the way through GameCube, or is it Wii or something? I don't know, but it's really cool. But that's neat. But yeah, Game Boy Advance SP is so cool. Definitely, I think my favorite Game Boy personally. Um, the Game Boy Advance Micro was also neat. It's kind of like the Game Boy Pocket, but for the Advance, this is the tiniest Game Boy you can have. This is the tiniest way to play Game Boy games. Um, I've never had one. I think I've seen one in person once. Oh, I've got the games I want for it already. But see, remember, it can play other things too. Anyway, the Game Boy Advance Micro is so cool. Um, you know, it's again, it's small, so like, it's already small. The regular Game Boy is already small, and so like, if you need glasses, if you can't see really well, maybe don't play word into like reading intensive games on this. But it is a cool thing. It's neat. I'd like to get one of these someday. I think there's like a red and gold one that looks really cool. But I want to say these are also fairly pricey these days on like the aftermarket. So I don't know when I'd get one, but I do really like it. Uh, Next is the Wii. Uh, it's S, but where is it on S? Ugh. Someone in chat, help me. I'm indecisive with this because like it's hands down an S. Is it number uh, I don't know. Is it it comes down to is it better than the Switch and is it better than the 3DS? I have my Wii still. I have two Wiis still. I also have Wii U. I want to get a Wii U. I have two Wiis because one of them only reads GameCube discs. So I had to get two. Above all right. I don't disagree with. I'm totally fine with that. I absolutely adore the Wii. Wii Sports is like the second or third best selling video game of all time. Um, it's either second or third, because then first is Minecraft, and then second and third in some order are Wii Sports and GTA 5. I can't remember which way. Um, Granted, it came with the console. I modded my Wii U. See, that's the way to do it these days, especially with like the eShop being closed. But like everyone and their grandma has a Wii. Like my grandma used to play the heck out of Wii bowling when I was a kid, and I think that's hilarious. In 3DS. I want to mod my 3DS. I'm gonna get there someday. Soon, hopefully. But I even remember in the past couple of years, like in the summer, my friends and I would hang out, and one of my friends especially, we got really into Wii Sports again. In particular, we got really into Wii Baseball, like a year or two ago. So we played the absolute heck out of Wii Baseball, and I would go home and I would play Wii Baseball. It was so fun. So yeah, the Wii is amazing. This, what is this? This isn't Nintendo. Hold on, let's zoom out. What is this? This is not Nintendo. Wait, oh, that's Japanese. That's so small. Fiddle something riddle. I can't make that out. That's so blurry. What is this? What? I don't know. That's not Nintendo. I don't know what that is. Um, I don't want to give it a D just because I don't know what it is. We'll leave it down here, I think, because how can I rate this? I don't know what it is. It's not Nintendo, which is what we're ranking. I don't know why it's in here. Uh, N64. This is controversial. It's my favorite console of all time, hands down. Like these days, I might have more Switch games. For the longest time, my largest video game, or the console that I had the most games for, was the N64. I might have more Switch games at this point. Um, but I absolutely adore the N64. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, Super Mario 64, Paper Mario, the original Mario Party games, Mario Kart 64, Kirby and the is it Crystal Shard? I think was the N64 one. Good, make sure it's above the Wii. It is, yes. Um, Crash Bandicoot I think was on there. Yeah. Conker's Bad Fur Day, Pokemon Stadium. What else is there? Did I say Smash Bros. 64? Maybe. Buck Bumble, the Cruisin' USA, the WWF wrestling games. Oh my gosh, I could go on. The N64 is almost perfect. I know a lot of people apparently don't care for the N64, which I don't get. Um, but in my book, Doom 64, Doom is so good. GoldenEye, um, Perfect Dark. Yeah, the N64, Donkey Kong 64. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, what an amazing console. Definitely S tier. My favorite video game console of all time of any company. Uh, the new 3DS XL, well, the 3DS XL went right above the 3DS, and so the new 3DS XL will go above the new 3DS. That seems straightforward and easy. Hopefully everyone's following that. If so, if we're good, we're going to move on to the DS Lite. This is a classic. Um, I'd say I can't put it above the can I put no. Um, the DS is above the DSi. The reason the DSi is down here is because it didn't really do anything new or crazy. So it's kind of here in the middle. The DS Lite, granted, I guess the original DS, or is this the original DS or the DS Lite? It's not an original DS. No, that's a DSi as well. Okay, here the DSi will go with the DS IXL. Okay, well, because when we get to the DS, I'll get to that later. The original Game Boy Advance is up next, though. I think I probably like the original more than the Micro. The Micro's still really good. Uh, but the original I love. I love this shape. I really want to get one of these original Game Boys or Game Boy Advances. Especially I love this color. So someday I will own one of these. We'll get there eventually. But I do really like this. Again, I prefer the SP, so it can't quite go up there. But this generation, the Advance specifically, is really when the Game Boy started to get. It went from amazing to insanely good. So so these will all be right close to each other in A. This next one though, this is another one that's not Nintendo. That's what is this? I've seen this. First one down there is a color TV game series. Okay, I don't know what that means though. It looks like their first console. Well, cause see these aren't Nintendo. Like that one's not Nintendo. This is not Nintendo. I've seen this, but I don't know what it is. I don't remember. But these aren't Nintendo, so I don't know why they're here. The Switch 2. Here's where we lose everyone. Everyone's gonna hate me. Yeah, that's right. And the reason is, I'll explain myself. Don't shoot me yet. Um, the Switch 1, phenomenal. Obviously, like Switch 1, instant S, instant classic. No, it's Nintendo. It's Nintendo? Really? That's crazy. But with the Switch 2, yes, is it overpriced? Yeah, yes. Um, is it stupid what they're doing with like the key cards and stuff? Yes. There are a lot of problems with how Nintendo is handling the Switch 2, but crazy prices and terrible management aside, it is objectively a great console. Like it is a huge upgrade from the Switch, which I know a lot of people don't want to admit because they want their hatred toward it to be justified. I get that. But if we're looking at the specs, if we're looking at the build quality, if we're looking at the size and the screen and everything, it is a big upgrade. The other one is Pokemon Mini. Really? Okay. Well, I'll have you help me figure out where to put those. That's cool. But like the Switch 2 is objectively better than the Switch. I hope it ages better. I hope it ages well. I hope it gets better over time. I hope we get better treatment for it and that it's handled better going forward. But I do think this is where it should be. I love mine. I happened to get one on day one by accident. I forgot that it was even out. And then after church, my little sister and I went to a store and I saw some of the Joy-Cons were for sale. And I thought, wait, those look like the Switch 2 Joy-Cons, but those aren't even out yet. That hasn't launched until I was thinking about the day and I looked it up. I was like, wait, that's today. I looked there was one Switch 2 left. So we got a Switch 2 that day. Yeah. And because the thing is, on day one, everyone assumed they were going to be sold out, and so no one went to look or buy them. Um, but because everyone assumed they were sold out and no one went to look or buy them, that meant they weren't sold out. They were still there. And so if you were quick, you got one. And then they sold out. But now that you can find them fairly easily again. But I do love mine. I think it's going to be once we get more games and stuff for it, I think it's going to be great. But it's definitely above the Switch. Um, so this is the Pokemon Mini that you were talking about. This is the Pokemon Mini. Um, Gosh, I love Pokemon. So where would I put that? I don't know. Um, at the very least, yeah. If I don't know what these are, we can just slap them in B because I'm not going to be able to learn enough to accurately understand or appreciate them today. But they're not bad, so at the very least, I wouldn't assume. So I won't put them down there. Uh, Here's the DS Lite. Wait, that's the DSi XL? And what's this? What? Hold on. This is the DSi. This is also the DSi. These are both the DSi. These are the same. That's weird. What they missed is they don't have the original DS on here. They have the DS Lite, which is right here. This is the DS Lite. They don't have the original DS on here. That's interesting. But I say the DS Lite is also an S tier. Because the original DS was great. The original DS was also super fragile. Like it would break like crazy. The DS Lite was the first solid, like safe, successful step into the dual screen idea. DS stands for dual screen because it has the two screens. It has the touch screen, which was used for a lot of cheesy gimmicks that maybe weren't great, but it was also a lot of fun. Gosh, Picto Chat was so cool. Um, that was fun. Download play was so cool. Being able to play Game Boy Advance games on it, that was neat. And then, like the library of DS games, like obviously Gen 4 of Pokemon, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are widely regarded by a lot of people as the best Pokemon games of all time. I echo that sentiment. Or if people don't go for Heart Gold, Soul Silver, the other one that people say is a lot of people say Black and White is the best. That's also DS. Black and White 2 is DS. We had so many amazing Pokemon games on the DS. We had Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks and Wind Waker, or not Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, which I think were horribly underrated. New Super Mario Bros., which as the series went on, maybe people liked the series less, but it was a great series. Um, what else? Gosh, Super Mario 64 DS was fun. Uh, there were so many good games. Lego Star Wars 2, The Complete Saga, one of the glitchiest, buggiest, most broken games ever that I adore. Man, this list doesn't have the Panasonic Q. Well, no, I think it's because that would be a Panasonic. I think this is strictly Nintendo. But that's a cool console. Um, but yeah, so DS, definitely S. The Wii U, obviously. No. Uh, mm, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not one of the people that hates the Wii U though. I don't hate the Wii U. I like it. I also never owned one, so maybe that's part of it. Um, I don't know. It wasn't horrible. It didn't succeed at what it was trying to do though. It its base, it's mid B, right? Yeah, I'd say a virtual console. So like anything you can play on these, you can play on this with the screen. So I'd say maybe it's a bit that above that, except it's you can't take it anywhere like you can these. Modded it's S. Yeah, the Wii U. gets more hate than it deserves, I think. But to be fair, its library wasn't what it should have been. Again, it wasn't handled wonderfully, like we're seeing with the Switch 2. Like it's not being handled. It wasn't handled the best by Nintendo. So it could have had a much better life cycle. It could have been much more highly regarded. I think if they had treated it better and taken more care with that. But as it stands, yeah, the Wii U isn't remembered super fondly by a lot of people. So this seems good. But yeah, you're right. If you mod your Wii U, you can do so much with that. So that's awesome. Um, the SNES. Ooh, that's got to go right here. Um, did the SNES doesn't have backwards compatibility. I don't think you can't play NES on the SNES. I don't think because the cartridges were different sizes. Um, but both good. The NES walked so the SNES could run, and holy freaking crap, the SNES is phenomenal. Um, right, like Link's, what was it? The Adventure of Link. Like for crying out loud, that's an amazing game. Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island. Um, oh gosh, what else do I forget? That was oh, Super Mario Kart. We had that on here. A lot of Kirby games. Mod gives you access to GBA, NES, SNES, 64, Wii, Wii U, and DS. Oh, the Wii U does. Yes. Yeah. I do want to get a Wii U someday. I want to get one and I want to mod it, just like I want to mod my 3DS. Uh, Someday I'll do that. But yeah, the SNES definitely up here, I think. Um, Another all-time classic. Here we've got this is the DSi XL, which is funny because these are both DSi's. These are the same thing. One of these I think was supposed to be the DS Lite and then the original DS, but they messed it up somewhere. That's okay. Um, the DSi XL again, it's bigger than the DSi, so it's one above it, but it's still there. Um, the Virtual Boy, probably another C. I know people either want me to put it down here, some crazy person probably wants it up here. Um, I also don't hate the Virtual Boy. I'm glad it's getting kind of re-released in some sort of a weird way. It's all really easy as long as you have an SD card slot in your laptop. I do, right? Do I? I do. My old laptop didn't have one, but this one does. Um, yes. So I'll mod my stuff someday. But the Virtual Boy, I'm glad we're bringing it back in some kind of a way. I hate that it's as expensive as it is. All it is a case for your Switch too. So that's like stupidly overpriced, which again, they're handling this thing terribly, despite it being great. They're handling it horribly. Um, but the original Virtual Boy, it's a gimmick. It's fun. I imagine. I've never tried it, but I've heard the problems of it hurting your eyes and your head. Um, as someone who plays a lot of modern VR, I can only imagine. Um, but yeah, the Virtual Boy. It's another one. I want to have one someday. I really want to try flying one. It's just one of those things like everyone says it's so terrible. It's so bad. It hurts so much. It's like I wonder, part of me is like a morbid curiosity. It's like, all right, is it really that bad? It's so bad. Do you have one? It's like part of me wants to see, all right, is it really that bad? Like everyone hypes it up so much as being like the most horrible thing ever. But like I want to try for myself. If it's that bad, I want to know for myself that it's that bad. I tried it in the shop I go to. Okay. Yeah. Someday I'll try a Virtual Boy. Someday I'd like to own a Virtual Boy. I think they're expensive. Uh, but anyway, there's our list. This is our third list. And I would keep going. We're almost at 3 hours. And then the other list I had planned was ranking all the main series Pokemon games. It's gonna take a while. Um, so we'll do that another day. But we can do this again, like just these tier lists. This was a fun, chill thing. This is cool, just hanging out, ranking stuff, seeing whatever conversations we come up with along the way. Maybe it was an unconventional way to celebrate hitting affiliate. But we've had our fun. Redeems mostly work. I need to fix some of those notifications, but that was so cool. Mayor Dushi, thank you again so much for the sub. Thank you for gifting the subs to whoever got them. I hope that they enjoy that. I hope that that helps them out. Um, this is gonna be fun going forward. We've got so much we can do now. This is so cool. Um, but with that being said, I think that'll about do it for today. So if you enjoyed, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. That'll let you know when we're live again or when we upload videos. Uh, Thanks for the stream, Mitsuha. I'm really excited and proud of you. Thank you. I tell people I can't take any credit. This is like 100% you guys. I just showed up. We could never do this if it wasn't for all of you. So you guys did much more than I did. Thank you guys so much. But if you're on YouTube and you want to do those things, that helps out a lot. It lets you know when we're doing stuff and it'll help us to grow even more so we can keep doing this. Likewise, if you're on Twitch and you enjoyed, Thank you so much as always. If you look up there, we've got a follower goal. We're at 42 out of 50. When we hit 50, we're gonna get a Discord server, which I'm really excited for. There's so much that's gonna come with that. So if you're enjoying, maybe hit that follow button. It's pretty cool. Um, turn on notifications perhaps so you know when we're here. I tell people to subscribe, but I think that costs money or something, so I don't want to make people feel like they have to spend money. So, at the very least, following is free. It's pretty cool, and you can also change your mind. Maybe it gets us a Discord server, but at the very least, it's been so much fun today. So thank you guys all so much as always for watching. Love you all. God bless, and we will see you next time.